In the year 2080, the world has changed, and it keeps slipping farther into the ivory shadows. Welcome to the Sixth World.
Well, good evening, everyone, and welcome to the Sixth World. I'm your game master for this evening, The Crypt, and I'm happy that all of you are able to join us this evening for another dive into Shadowrun 6th Edition. We've got a lot to talk about and a lot to discuss this evening, ladies and gentlemen. Because you guys made some pretty serious plans last session, but before we go on to those plans, I'd like to thank some of our supporters. First, we want to thank Twitch, Streamlabs, Team MZ, Many-Sided Dice, and our very good friends over at Little Dragon Corp for all their ongoing support. If you type in !Little Dragon in the chat, just like our good friend Blitz Greybeard just did, you will get a quick link to their webpage where you can click on that webpage and go in and buy some really awesome RPG material and dice and all that sort of thing. You can use the coupon code PROBONUS while you're there and get 10% off your order. So make sure you go and check them out and tell them we sent you. Last time we were together in our last session, you guys, I believe Gear Jammer made way with an arm. I believe that's true.
Oh, yes, I stole the arm off of somebody.
Yeah. You guys basically took the mechanical arm off of Tempest, another runner. Found there was a secret compartment in there where you found what appears to be what you think is a blood sample of some sort. Dr. Jennings let you know that he works at a medical research lab under the corporation ARES, and said that he could get into his office to decide or to use his research facility to see who the DNA belongs to, so you guys can finally track down who's been kind of sending him to look after you guys in the first place. Does anybody have anything else they want to add to our brief intro before we start?
I have something in my notes that says DJ Solo is going to do a Christmas album.
Yeah. If this goes horribly wrong, DJ Solo
I also asked for more money.
Yes, yeah, you were able to get more money out of the deal. Somebody wrote that down, because I remember telling somebody to write that down because I knew I would forget it.
Up to 10K each.
10K Nuyen a piece. Dr. Jennings.
All that jing.
To help Dr. Jennings with this. Wow. This is gonna be fun, guys.
It's gonna be awesome.
I believe that Killswitch called Jasper Smalls and asked for him to use this image of a skull to share around the community, around his outlets, and shared a bunch of, I guess, dance moves and steps because he wants to have
Yep.
basically a what do you call it? A
Flash mob.
flash mob. That's right. A flash mob in the parking lot of this place, as quick as this evening, I believe.
Yes.
Which Jasper wasn't very happy about the turnaround on this surprise concert / flash mob. So, you guys are gathered still back at the garage, Gearjammer's garage. You're finalizing your plans. I'm gonna leave the adventure in your hands as we get ready to do this.
Right.
Was I meeting the doctor at the office, or was I going with him?
I can't 100% remember. I think you were just going with him.
Okay. I will go with the doctor.
Okay. All right. I believe that Gearjammer and Cypher and possibly Jack were gonna all kind of be on the outside looking in through their various means of expertise.
Yeah.
And
Yep.
Yeah, Gearjammer was playing, packed up, taking the van, because that's got all the weapons in it. With the big ass drone, a couple of small quadcopters, and put a small bundle of the other ones in with Lady V.
Okay. And you guys are headed to the complex, which is in, I believe, District 8 or District 9. I think it was District 8. Okay, yeah, District 8 was down by where kind of like the rivers go into New Orleans a little bit. And I guess this place used to be, I think I told you guys last time, it used to be some kind of complex or campus of some sort that they bought out. And now they kind of own the whole area down there in District 8. So you guys start to make your way. I think, if I'm not mistaken, Cypher wanted to do something like scope out the complex,
Yes.
but I think but possibly she wanted to get closer. I cannot 100% remember. It's been a month.
Remember, because it's been a month.
Yeah. I think
I think
we said I think we said you needed to get closer due to like noise factor and other things like that.
Oh, that's right. Yeah, because
I was behind because you activated like noise with the front tables, right?
Yeah, the idea is that the van is going to sit behind the stage so that the stage itself can create white noise with all the music. And then everything behind it will be clear for Cypher to kind of jump in and not get many distractions coming in to wire the system.
Okay. At about this time, you guys are getting ready to go. Kill switch. Your comlink starts going off. And you can see that Jasper is calling you.
What's going on?
Yo, look, Solo, look, did you know they had a fence around this whole place?
A fence.
Yeah, and a lot of security. They're not really, they don't really know of a concert supposed to be happening inside today. We're at the gate. They won't let us in.
Oh, that's tricky, man. Because from what I heard, the idea was that they had like an extra opening just to the side, where the park is.
I mean, I could look for one, but I'm not always into this whole like just breaking into places like this. Not kill switch. Solo. DM,
Man,
GM mess up.
You gotta. You just gotta. Sometimes it's gotta like go with the flow, man. I think this is the new age, man. This is a new time that people want to see things more sporadic. We gotta meet people where they're at, and sometimes you gotta do some weirder things. Have I ever let you down before, man? Have I ever let you down before?
Solo, these guys got guns. Like, I think they're pretty serious. They work.
All right,
they
I'll
work-
tell you
they work
what.
for Ares. I mean, this
You
is
all
Ares.
hang out outside.
Okay.
I'll be over there in a minute. It's only going to be a peace rally. It's not going to get heated. There's not going to be any guns. I mean, question. Does DJ Solo, not Killswitch, does DJ Solo have any like advertisements or promotional information?
You probably do, but most of it's probably digital.
So there's not like billboards of him. He doesn't have that sense of notoriety just yet.
Probably not.
Okay.
You're more. Probably got more of the underground notoriety.
Okay, that helps.
Yeah.
So he'll tell DJ Jasper, he's like, do you remember that one time when you told me that getting my mixtapes out in that mall was going to be completely useless because nobody was going to listen to it? And I told you it's about putting the speaker right where people are, making sure they hear the music right where they are. This is that, man. That company there, the reason why there's guns, the reason why there's all that security tech is because that's a really well-known place. If we can get our name somewhere, anywhere near around there, I promise we'll be making the sales.
Okay. Do you have the skill influence?
I do not.
Okay. Let's just call
Me
it
on the phone.
Let's call this a base. I guess this would be your what is your influence based upon? What is that skill? Let's see. I guess that would just be your charisma. Yeah, just a flat charisma.
Oh boy. Oh gosh. I don't have very good charisma.
I'm so glad that is not me.
I wish it was me.
Could you help out with something? Two hits.
2 hits. And you know what? That mixtape did you some good. Listen. I'll see what I can do. Okay, yeah. You guys just get here.
All right, we'll be there soon.
All right.
I turned to
If anything new pops up, I'll give you a buzz.
absolutely. I turn to the rest of the group and I'm just like, we gotta move. We're running out of time.
Would I know would the good doctor have told me if there were security measures in the area?
You could ask him.
I think he did mention, because we asked about
Bringing in my
metal
purse
detectors and whatnot.
with the devices in it. Would I be forced to go through some sort of security scan with my purse, because that has all your drones in it?
I think we determined that the drones might be okay to go in. I think it was the back of the facility that was more highly secured, that would have more of the like metal detectors and surveillance, a little bit deeper surveillance.
Okay.
It's almost like the front of it's
Yeah,
more like a
his
hospital,
office is,
and then the back of it
Okay.
is the research facility. So it's like 2 buildings in one. But yeah, he would say that most people that go on that campus have an appointment, and the security will ask you what your business is. It's kind of like a gated community sort of thing. Like they'll ask you what your business is and things like that, and then if you like, probably Jasper probably told them the truth, and they're like, I don't know of any concert or something that's supposed to be on there, so it sounded kind of suspicious, so they turned him away.
What kind of doctor is Dr. Jennings?
His specialty was when attaching
Oh, right.
cybernetics to the human body was more like getting the human body to, or understanding how the human body accepts the machinery.
Okay. Thank you.
Okay. So here's what I'm thinking. I'm talking specifically to Cypher at this point. I think it's best that we go a slightly different direction. If you could host this show. Oh, you're gonna be out. Can Cypher make an appearance with her web following to say we're doing a charity event?
You want me to do an impromptu vlog live stream?
It would have to be quick because you would need to get out too. So it's a stop in. It's a quick. Hey, we're doing this for children without arms.
Problems.
Arms.
Now you better donate some of your money to children with arms.
Your children without arms that need mechanical arms. Yes.
Wow.
Wow.
That's awesome.
You know that organization, Children Without Arms. It's
Gear Jammer, were you in that when you were a kid?
Wow.
The car door opens, I just get ejected by the scene.
MG.
It doesn't even open the car door, just pulls out the shotgun.
Heal.
Jack, now you know Gear Jammer was never a child. He was built this way.
We are walking on thin ice.
Sarah just walks over to the cabinet and opens a bottle and just drinks it.
Jack and Killswitch, go ahead and take a point of edge.
Yeah, edgelord.
Wowie.
Definitely need this. All right. Yeah, if we can do that, that will help a bit with our case because we're kind of on thin ice right now.
Okay. I suppose I could try something.
All right. So, are we all ready?
Give me like 2 minutes while I put on my face. I'm almost done.
Okay.
Cypher has not been prepared. I came not dressed as Cypher because I thought that we were being low key, but now apparently I have to be Cypher. So give me a fucking minute.
Understandable, darling.
Any role play you guys want to do with one another here while we're kind of waiting?
Gear Jammer's going to get two more of his. I guess I'll call them for just. Gear Jammer really only runs a couple of sizes of drones. I'm going to go over and get. I've got two other drones that I keep with me. Not with me, but I keep that look like basically oversized. Like a hawk wasp.
What?
But it's basically so I've got the gnat drones, which are little tiny like gnat things, and then there's I can't remember if it's a hawk wasp or a tarantula wasp. These nasty big ass looking wasp. It's a nasty looking thing with a giant ass stinger.
A bee
want
spider. It's even worse.
No, I don't want it.
That sounds awful.
That's everything that everyone in this campaign is not for.
Do not post a picture.
Don't do it. I will scream. Don't do it.
Yeah, that's just horrifying to even look at.
Don't do it.
Wait,
It's
this is a
basically
real...
a tarantula wasp.
Yeah, no.
Basically, if you've ever seen a regular wasp and it's basically looks just like a pissed off bee with a straight thing, the tarantula wasp, its butt end sort of swings down and hooks into stab.
Oh.
So I've got two drones like that I'm looking around. I'm gonna stick those in a pocket too, because why the hell not? So now we've got the in the back of the van, we've got the big ass wheeled drone that can raise and lower on its own hydraulic legs, the two quadcopters with the crossbows. Now these two things.
Oh man,
Jesus Christ.
they're bringing. Gear Jammer is loading up the whole shebang. He's got He's got the whole artillery ready to go.
Now, mind you, for everyone who's been there, this is where the first time we're taking the van out, and just in case it goes wrong, so you are aware, inside the van itself does have 2 mounted machine guns in the back of it that swing out. So, should shit go sideways,
Maybe me and the doctor should take our own ride. Just a little much.
I was thinking you was taking Range Rover.
Oh, okay, I wasn't sure if you'd be able to part with that, but sure, I'll get the good doctor to drive me.
No.
Oh,
She would drive.
oh, right. Right.
Well, I wonder, could I drive and drive? Do I think I could drive one car and be jacked in and drive the other car?
That sounds
I
very
think
dangerous.
when you're jacked in, it's kind of like when Cypher is like jacked into the Matrix. Like your body is just like chilling there while while your body's or while your like whole essence is in the car. Like you become the car. So I don't think your essence can be in 2 places at once. It's kind of like your soul leaves your body and enters the car.
Oh, so then I could be like, I'm chasing after a car that you're remote controlling and trying to drive the car while looking at it. Because that won't get us all killed.
Is that second person point of view? Is that
Yeah.
is it first person, third person? It's second person point of view. Like
yeah,
that's so
Second person driving.
I couldn't find my green tape.
So the doctor and Lady V are taking the Range Rover, and the rest of you are going in the van.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, it is kind of laggy and blurry tonight, guys. I apologize. I think it's just because right now everybody in the world is on the internet. So I think that has something to do with it. But you guys are heading your way. I guess I kind of look like them, yeah. I'll have to change that up for next time. There we go. So you guys are making your way. The doctor is... I guess, Lady V, would you be driving, or are you letting the doctor drive?
No, isn't the Range Rover driving herself?
She can?
Yes.
Okay. Yeah, so the Range Rover is driving. You've got the grid guide going, so you guys can see a little bit of the hologram GPS map that kind of shows on the windshield of the above the dashboard there as you guys are traveling. Seems like the doctor inputs the directions to his office and everything, and the Range Rover begins to pull out on its way. I guess Gear Jammer, you would just be following along.
Following probably a couple of cars behind to not make it super obvious that we're following them.
Okay.
And then again, remembering what Killswitch had said, sort of turning off and trying to find that opening in the fence.
Yeah.
Okay.
Or, just running over the fence and making an opening.
Not really the defense of a high-tech security guarded outpost.
Eventually, you guys do go over a bridge. And you'll notice as you're traveling through the city of New Orleans that you're heading towards it would be the southwestern side from where you guys are. You go over a bridge, and then it starts to get scarce with people. It looks like it almost turns into more like old an industrial park of some sort. Not a lot of places to live down in this neck of the woods. And after a while, you begin to see from your location behind the Range Rover. The Range Rover is approaching a fence that looks to have a gate. The gate is currently open, but there are some guards standing out front that are a little bit hard to see, but they appear to be wearing black and blue.
I'm taking a right.
Are you pulling it right into a back alley?
Yep, just
Oh,
head
yeah.
down, turn down and trying to find where that fence meets up.
Okay. And yeah.
I'm gonna program one of the speakers. Actually, Paco Disco, because he does still have the sound. I need to also start using my other drones, but I'll start having Paco Disco play the ice cream music.
Very nice. The ice cream.
You're muted.
Oh,
Is it okay that you're muted?
yeah, I
Okay.
think he's just doing facial expressions.
Gotcha.
I wasn't saying a word. It was just somebody's gonna pull up. Gearjammer's gonna roll down the window and look down at this poor little child who comes running out looking for an ice cream treat and sees cigar and whiskey.
Awesome.
Give him an AK-47.
So,
Get in the van.
No, don't.
Lady V, you guys pull up to the front gate. Dr. Jennings pulls up, slows down, winds down his side window. Oh, hey, Jack. What's going on? Yeah, just coming into the office. I have an emergency appointment. And he pulls out, looks like some kind of card. And he holds the card up, and the security guy kind of looks at it. They got weapons on them. They're all holstered. And he flashes a flashlight because it's late. It's sun's starting to go down. It's not completely dark yet, but he flashes his light on it. Then flashes the light over towards you. All right. And he like just nods at you a little bit, Lady V. It's fine, Doctor. Go ahead in. And he steps back. a few
Thank you,
steps.
sir.
Looks like there's two other guards on the other side of the car. They're just kind of just having a casual conversation there as Dr. Jennings begins to drive in through the gate, which is, imagine like just a chain link fence that's probably about 8 to 10 foot high and has barbed wire at the top. That's what you guys are kind of looking at.
Okay, I'll tell them that they need a card to get in. I'll say, so, everyone, the good doctor has a card on him that allows them access, and there are 4 guards here, all armed. I don't know if that changes your plans.
It's the doctor looks at you. Are you saying this, or are you like texting this to them?
Yeah, on the comm link.
It's like it's not just the card. It's you have to have a reason for being here. I mean, you gotta have an appointment usually.
And you should have an appointment, apparently. I don't know if impromptu dance party is an appointment, but should.
Is there any way that you could set up an impromptu appointment with the doctor in this space?
In the parking lot? Like, say that we need the parking lot for our examination.
That could
That's
work.
really weird.
It is strange, but I mean, doctors.
So
do
much for
weirder
confidentiality. Like, hello?
Gearjammer's gonna very
Free
point
arm
kill
surgeries for the children without arms.
If you can find a bunch of armless children, then invite them. But otherwise, I don't think it's gonna work.
We can make.
Do not make armless children here, Joe.
Wow.
It's easier. Just saying, it's easy.
You guys find as you're going to the right side of this place, there are a few parking lots that are outside the gate of this facility that could possibly be a Plan B location to set up. They're close enough to the facility, just on the outside of the fence.
How far away is the fence from the building?
The parking lot to this place is actually pretty huge. It's kind of like you're going to some kind of big power plant or some kind of thing it's a huge parking lot. And there's other buildings, like it's not just a single building. You can see like the large building that you guys are headed to, but there's other buildings along the campus as well.
Yeah. Plan
I
B
have no
was-
idea how you're gonna get in here.
Where do you want me to tell people to go in the vlog?
Hit up location number 2. Oh. So there's no, as we know right now, there's no way that Lady V and the doctor can get into the building as of now.
No,
No,
we can
they
get in.
can. They can get in. We can't
You
get in.
can't get
We
in.
can't get into the parking lot to have this party.
Oh.
They,
But there
they can
was-
get into the building, but our distraction isn't close.
How big is the parking lot? Is it pretty huge?
To the campus, yes, it's big. The parking lot outside, I would say, like a mid-ranged size parking lot for like some kind of medium-sized store or something like that. If you can imagine that in your mind, that's probably what would it be like.
Okay.
Not quite a mall parking lot. Maybe like I don't know, what's a good like medium-sized store that you guys would all
Grocery
know?
store?
Yeah, kind of like a grocery store, a Kroger or a Piggly Wiggly or whatever parts you're in. What do you have up there in Canada? What do you have up there in Canada?
We have Safeway, we have No
Safeway.
Frills, and we have
Like-
Superstore.
Hey,
Yeah, they have superstore.
All-
They have supermarket.
All three of those
New York,
work.
New Jersey people, that means like
Probably
Stop
not
and
the all.
Shop.
No, the Canadian Superstore is huge. Maybe
Okay, yeah.
like
not
probably Safeway.
those of you that
Probably
know
Safeway.
what Walmart is, probably not as big as a Walmart parking lot.
Yeah.
Probably
Oh,
about
man.
half that size.
Or
if
No
that,
Frills. No
yeah.
Frills is like
A
a
Target
little
parking lot.
Yeah,
plaza,
yeah, yeah.
like a
Target.
plaza parking lot.
Yeah, that sounds like that's about right.
Yeah. I would go with that.
So,
Okay, then.
did we bring the arm with us?
Did you bring the arm with you?
We have the arm. Don't we to go test it?
That's totally up to you if
Yeah.
you want to bring it.
Yeah, the goal
But
was
we
to
have
bring
the
the arm and
cartridge
test
at
it.
least. We have the
Yeah.
thing inside to test it.
You have the sample.
Right, you have the thing that came out of the arm.
Yeah, I don't think I have the arm actually.
Lady V has the little test strip that has
The little
Yeah, I got the test strip.
Yep.
But what if we go to gate and say, "Doctor forgot arm"? Emergency appointment forgot. Peace.
Dr. Jennings kind of looks at you, Lady V. Is, that could possibly work. It's still risky, but that's the best plan I've heard so far.
They call doctor. Doctor go, "Oh, stupid! Of course, yes." Send
Okay,
him."
but like, how are we gonna get all of Kill Switch's mans into the parking lot with one arm?
Well, I mean, we can make a distraction just about anywhere. If we're close enough to the fence, it's creating distraction. It's just that we won't be close to the building. So
Yeah, I don't need to go
Lady-
in. I can
Yeah.
as long as I see the building, I should be fine.
My worry is just making sure that Lady V and the doctor get out safe.
Oh, don't worry about me, honey. You know it'll be fine.
Famous last words.
V implies pretty resourceful.
So we can have this right outside the gate. The more pressure we put on the gate, the because then it just draws more attention to the gate. So we can set up here where we're just parked.
Eventually, you see Jasper Smalls pulls up in a pickup truck with a few guys inside it. You guys, like one troll and one orc, kind of pops out. Look like the roadies. And the back of
Oh,
the,
you brought Dave and Harold.
What'd you think? I was gonna set the stage up myself? I mean, come on.
Hey. We came from
Hey.
little to nothing. You remember.
And,
you remember.
and if you remember, and Jasper just points at you, you remember, this is a last minute thing. This is the best I could do.
It's great. It's great, Jasper. You're doing great. You're doing great.
And the troll and the orc start to unload this basically fold up stage, and it has some mechanics on the side of it, and you see them kind of pushing the buttons, and it actually like sets itself up. But it was just like they had to manually like get it out of the back of the truck and everything.
All right, so this is where we're setting up at. We're doing it here.
Okay, so what's this charity for again?
Children without arms.
DJs without brains.
Arms like arms or arms like arms?
I do a quick Google search to see if there's like a prosthetic charity that I can
Yes.
Google that I can actually like probably make a donation to, so this doesn't look sketch as fuck on my social
Landmine
media.
Yeah,
victims.
the one that you get the most hits on while
America.
you're doing a quick search on this, it's called "Give 'Em a Hand."
Wow.
And their theme song is like you have like it links to like a YouTube video. It's like, "We are the world, we are the children," and it just keeps on.
Okay.
Keeps on doing that, yeah.
All right. All right, fam. I'm going live. Are you ready?
Here goes.
Okay. Konnichiwa to Saifu desu.
All these hearts
Guess
start
what?
popping
Today we have special secret event for what is it called again?
Give him a
up.
hand.
Give 'em a hand charity. We're doing a special collaboration with DJ Solo at this location, and I pinged like the GPS marker on my little screen display.
Share.
Come meet us here for-
Share.
Come meet us here for an awesome party and lots of music, and it's for a good cause. All the children that need prosthetics, come put out some donations, and you might see me. Yay, yay!
Yeah, there's a bunch
Bye-bye.
of chats are coming through while you're doing this. You see one that's just like music in all caps with exclamation points, and people like sharing little hearts and stuff in your chat box, and yeah, you seem to have been able to reach a lot of people through your.
And if you can't arrive on person inside, remember to donate.
You link a donate
I'm-
donate icon to a button to your video at the
Yep.
end, so
Yep,
people
yep.
can click and donate directly. Comes right off their cred stick.
Hell yeah!
I'm going into every comment, every share it page that I can find really quick, and I'm just anonymously uploading the skeleton picture, just like all the ones that I've seen so far. I'm just uploading random pictures of those.
Also, like you're gonna comment on the ones that are shared with this same logo. Like,
Ones.
oh,
Yeah.
nice. Yeah, that's cool. You're going really fast
And
because I
make
mean,
sure it's anonymous.
these things are coming in fast, so you're just like, oh,
I can't do this.
You're on the comm link, and I think there's like smoke rising up from your thumbs and fingers and stuff as you're going through this. Like you're trying to think of it too. You're doing some of it virtually through AR, and like just thinking, and it's like typing it in as well. So you're like doubling up. Jasper looks at you and is like, "What on earth are you doing?"
Don't worry. Oh,
See,
here,
this
I got you
is
the-
exactly why these last minute things never work. You put too much pressure on yourself, and by the time it's time for you to perform, you're exhausted.
Hey, it's all in the music, man. It's all in the music. Before I forget, here, and I'm just gonna wipe some very like basic white makeup of a skull over his face. Get into the mood, man. Get into the spirit.
This is the first time you've ever
Yeah,
done
it's
this
for
to me.
charity, Jasper.
It's for charity. You're painting my face for charity.
Yeah.
Give him a hand,
Man,
Jasper.
this-
Give him a
Here, here.
hand.
I put him on my blog. Look, everyone, paint your face for charity. I zoom on Jasper.
Oh, you doing that? Yes. Paint your face for charity. Like love, happy face, happy emoji.
Hell yeah!
And all of a sudden you start getting, and you notice something. Suddenly,
Oh,
some skull emojis start popping up.
here we go. It's happening.
Gear Jammer just gets back in the goddamn van.
Gear Jimmer watching all this.
Jack is staying in the van too, right? I'm gonna pat him on the back and be like, "You take care of yourself." Oh no, because he's gonna be out and he's gonna be spirit guiding inside the building too.
I think that was the plan. I don't think he made a 100% decision. I think we were teetering between him staying outside or going in, but I guess he's outside now, so it just depends on.
Yeah.
Or he can bring the arm to the door and say that the doctor forgot it if
Oh,
he
yeah.
wants to.
Jack, did you
Well-
want to go in with the arm?
How far can you astrally project?
I think you're muted.
Oh, I think
Andy.
you're muted.
Oh my.
There you go.
I mean, when I'm astral projecting, the physical world means nothing. You know?
Right?
He-
Same.
It's just a suggestion.
He can travel. I think the book said 5 kilometers,
Oh,
in
5 kilometers
in 3
a
seconds.
Second?
Holy shit!
Wow.
Astrally.
3 seconds?
Yep. In a combat
doesn't
round,
have to
he can
go
go 5
into the
kilometers.
Holy shit.
Monks, man.
It's like Ashland.
Yeah, he's monk. How's it feel, MG?
It's pretty great.
Then Jack, why don't you chill out inside the van, have some sodas, and just chill out? You know, just let your mind be free.
What, I'll lean back in my seat and just pass out and go astral.
I'll be doing that soon too. So make sure none of my fans find me in this van that kills Switch. I swear to God.
I can see 2 people passed out. I think we were doing drugs in here.
Yeah.
It's going to look
It's gonna
so
be
bad if
3
me and
It's
Jack
gonna
are
be
passed out in the
3
back of
because
the
I'm gonna
van.
be
It's going to
checked
be a
out,
huge
too.
scandal. Don't do it.
Yeah.
I'll wait till both of them are out, and I'm just gonna paint their face with the little skeleton.
Okay.
Wait, if I'm astral, I can see this.
Yeah.
I
You-
purposely
Jack,
take off,
Jack
like,
is
what's
watching
going
you paint his face right now in his astral form.
I'll materialize. You missed this spot.
Hey, when Jack does that.
I make sure I'm not wearing my dread wig, so like it's a little bit easier to be incognito,
Sure.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
even though I'm not wearing it.
Lady V.
Gearjammer,
Oh yeah, go ahead. Go ahead.
Gearjammer's Gearjammer's going to send the 2 quadcopters out.
Okay.
One, but just up, literally just right, sort of on a roof next to the little area we have.
Mm-hmm.
Just sort of hovering there, just keeping an eye, keeping its viewpoint pointed down, but sort of out of view.
Yeah.
The other, actually, not going to send the other quadcopter. I'm going to send the quadcopter up over by us. Going to send one of the big ass, Hornet drones, just sort of up and sort of circling up over the ARES building.
Okay. Cool.
So I've got a spot to jump into besides the ones that are actually on Lady V's person.
Okay. So this drone starts to flap its insect-like metallic wings and fly off into that direction. The quadcopter that you put above is already detecting that there is traffic headed in your direction from the bridge, and it
Send a message to the group. Incoming. Kill switch. I am going to chicken on V. So lock the van, and I'm going to jump into one of the Nat drones and just sort of sit my
Great.
consciousness on Lady V's shoulder.
Okay.
So I instantly become the only person conscious in this car.
Pretty much, yeah.
You're like driving at night on a road trip.
You're hanging out there now with a bunch of your friends with skulls painted on their faces for a charity event for Give 'Em a Hand. So as you're sitting on Lady V's shoulder, Gearjammer, in your little small mechanical gnat of a drone, Lady V, you're walking towards the front entrance of the hospital part. The doctor's kind of just walking with his I think he said he had a simple lab coat on. He walks up there. You can see that there is what looks to be one of those same type of guards that you guys ran into the gates, standing at the door. But he seems to gesture towards the door and opens the door for all of you to enter. Even though this looks like the kind of door that might be It could be mechanical at times. He opens it for you and holds it, and just kind of gestures a little bow as you guys both pass in. You can see.
Thank you, sir.
Are you you have something that you can see AR all the time, like a visual enhancement or something that lets you see into augmented reality all the time?
Probably not.
Okay.
Hold on.
I didn't know, like,
No, I only have the comlink.
the comlink. Okay. Your comlink does beep, and it basically it's an kind of like a virtual check-in for your appointment. So it pops up, and kind of like whenever you go to the doctor's office and you have to fill out all those papers when you're sitting in the waiting room, it kind of does that all digitally, and you can do it just by pushing on your comlink, everything throughout that check-in. And
Okay.
when that beeps and you kind of look at it, the doctor's like, just don't worry about it. Just cancel that.
All right.
It's fine. It's fine. And when you walk in, I'm gonna take you guys over to a new map.
Nice.
So I'm gonna move you guys over. You'll probably be able to see the whole map because I didn't put like anything on here to hide anything. But Lady V, I'm gonna shift ping you so you can see exactly where you are. And that little blonde-haired kid there, that's Dr. Jennings, because I couldn't find a doctor
Okay.
token. So,
Who's this princess, dude?
the princess is a woman sitting behind a desk. That's the front lobby. I was looking
Looks
for
like Princess Peach at the front lobby.
Yeah,
Yes.
I was
You know,
looking. I had
got
to
laid off from the camp.
I had to find some seeded tokens, and that's what I could find. I could find the princess.
Hey, Mario.
Hey.
Just let's point out that we have the give him a hand kid already in the lobby waiting for his hand.
yeah, true. I'm gonna take us over. I'm gonna take Twitch over to the map so they can see some of this funny stuff that we're talking about too. So I'm gonna take that over there. So hopefully you guys should be able to see what's going on. If I did it correctly. Yeah, there we go.
Why the video's so laggy?
Yeah, it's weird.
Yeah, it's
Let's switch over.
By
to...
the way, Michael, do I have a clear shot to just astrally stroll right in the door with them, or do I see like
oh yeah
magical signatures and casters and like do I?
What do you have to do to? Is it a sensing? Do you have to like? Is it perception when you're in astral to be able to determine things like that, or do you just automatically see it? Do you know?
Sensing is like
My
it's like making a perception roll with while in projection is asensing. So you mostly would do that for signatures. Otherwise, you won't be able to. It's like blobbing. You'll see that it's there, but you won't be able to actually tell what it is until you asense.
Okay.
Gotcha.
Go. If you could look up the rules for asensing, we'll have you make a roll for that.
Yeah.
But yeah, definitely, you could catch up with them super fast because in Astral World, you are like super speedy.
Nice.
And I'll go ahead and I'll just put your token on the map. So that way, that can be just your projected self.
Astral and intuition. Oh yeah.
Yeah, you can go ahead and make a roll for that.
All right. So while it's sensing, I get.
I love that token. It looks like a lawyer. Every time I see that token, man.
So while it's sensing, I get 3 misses. That's it.
That's it.
Yeah.
You see
Is
nothing.
that the critical fail kind of thing? Yeah.
What's the total number?
I rolled 8 and I got 3 misses.
It's just a fail.
It's just a fail.
Okay. Fail.
Yeah.
Clear.
Yep. Well, at least in the lobby way. Now, most of the walls, like, you're not really sure you'd be able to, like, sense through the walls. It seems like it would be something that you'd have to keep doing throughout.
Gotcha.
But it seems like the doctor is approaching Princess Peach up here. Heading on in. Valerie, it's good to see you. I'm here. I've an emergency appointment. I'm just gonna be heading back. Utilizing the office, maybe room 1, if it's available. And she's like, Dr. Jennings, yes, give me one moment. And she pulls out what looks to be like, it looks like just a piece of glass, like a piece of plexiglass or something. But she puts it down in front of her and then she starts to type on it. It's like the keyboard. And then a basically a holographic screen just kind of appears in front of her out of nowhere. And she starts like taking things and kind of pulling them over and switching things. The custodial staff just finished up cleaning that room. It should be good to go. I'd probably give it another 3 minutes just to be safe. Oh yeah, yes, absolutely, absolutely, Valerie. We'll that's perfectly fine. We'll take care of it. Not a problem. Oh, what? That's a beautiful dress. She kind of blushes a little bit. Oh, thank you, Doctor. Then she's like, Swanson, Mr. Swanson. Yeah, it's me. Some guy's like shouting over on the other side of the room there, and Dr. Jennings kind of looks over at Lady V and says, "Okay, let's head on in." And he starts moving towards the northern area. Do you see where I moved him kind of to the top right-hand corner of that room?
Yep.
And you pass what looks to be a little puppy in the room. Do you see it?
I pet the puppy.
You pet the puppy? Sure. It goes, boo! Boo! Boo!
Boo!
And it feels really like hard underneath, like unnaturally, like it's fluffy, but there's something like solid underneath it.
Is it a real puppy?
You don't think so.
Okay.
Boo! Boo!
A Furby.
Yes. It's like that creature from Black Mirror. Jesus Christ.
Well, that's interesting.
So he moves through this open area right here, out into this hallway. There's an open space there with no door.
Can I follow him?
Yeah, absolutely. Go ahead and move your token. Doesn't seem like anybody's there. You do pass what looks to be another one of those armed security personnel. And when you go through this opening, you also notice that there seems to be another armed personnel kind of standing at this other doorway, another opening there. He leads you to this door. Do you see where he's walking into this first room right here? The door kind of opens as he approaches. It goes opens to the side, and as you walk in, once you get into the room, the door closes behind you, and he just sighs. Okay, we got you in one of the seating rooms. This is good. Now this is the tricky part. Okay, here's what we'll do. He goes through a bunch of drawers and cupboards and gets out looks like some kind of wrapped up package, and he tosses it to you. Here, put this on.
What is it?
Medical garb. You're going in for surgery, right?
I am not. I am pretending to go into surgery. You aren't actually going to perform on me, are you?
Right. That's exactly what I mean. You're
Right.
going into
Just so
surgery.
we're clear.
Absolutely. I'm not doing any surgery on you. I'm not gonna do that.
Do you have any hangers in here for my garments? They're particularly nice.
Not really. Can't you just like lay them out nicely on the bench there? I mean,
I will once you get Jam and Jack leave.
I meant myself. Sorry.
Right. Oh, I didn't even know he was here. Oh.
Yes, they're always here.
Sure. I'm gonna go wait. I'm gonna get things prepped to run the DNA sample. It'll be all good. Trust me, it'll be fine.
All right, I'll be out in a second.
All right, he moves out into the hallway. Jack.
Mm-hmm.
As you're moving around astrally,
Mm-hmm.
you look into the corner of the room, or corner of that hallway right there,
Yeah.
and you see another astral form looking towards you.
Pardon my French.
It looks like, I'm trying to click on it to put it on the map, but it's not letting me. Here we go. It looks like a dog.
Oh no.
And it's looking towards you, and it looks
Hmm.
like it's starting to show its teeth.
Oh, well. Have I ever seen anything like this before? Is this something I'd be at all familiar with, or?
You know that astral projections and astral spirits can take several different forms?
Gotcha. Interesting. If it might be a spirit, I wonder if I could try to dismiss it.
Excuse me, run along now.
Yeah. Do that though. Shoot.
While you're looking that up, the rest of you outside
Yeah.
notice that a few people are starting to show up outside. The stage is set up. It looks like the orc and the troll finished setting up a lot of the other materials, and we've got some drones hovering around. The circle drones with speakers starting to pump music. And other drones start taking to the air, spinning different colored lights and laser shows and things like that going about the parking lot. Very nice DJ Solo. I love it. And it looks like a lot of solo regulars are showing up. Like your biggest fans show up first. People that were notified by Jasper. Seem to be kind of flooding in here, parking on the outskirts, so there's plenty of room in the middle to have a dance party.
Sweet. I get them all set up. I start telling Jasper about the the VIP package to get like the Monocos, get some of the booze out of the trunk and pass it to them first.
Okay.
Get that party started.
Absolutely. So they start passing things around, and everybody's going about. Cypher, what are you doing at this point?
I think I'm trying to stay in contact with Lady V and asking if the doctor needs any assist in accessing files or something, or if he needs me to break. I will ask if he wants me to put a face overlay on any of them while they're in there.
Okay.
Oh, that's important there.
So what are you trying to do? What are you trying to do with that? What are you trying to accomplish?
If it's possible to hack into the camera systems.
Oh, hack into the camera.
And I put a face. Yeah, if I hack the camera systems and kind of put a face overlay so it doesn't look like she's in there.
Okay.
Does that make sense?
Yeah.
Put a promotion
And if
on her
he
head.
needs help, and if he needs help accessing certain files that he doesn't have access to let me know, and I will try and access.
Okay. Right now, Lady V isn't around the doctor, so I don't know how she would respond to that.
Cypher, does this gown make me look big?
I mean, the color's a little weird, but you look normal.
Okay, I thought the color was a little off-putting.
Yeah, the color's a little weird.
Yeah, I'll ask the doctor if he needs any help from you when I see him next. He kind of left me here. I'll poke my
I
head
have his
out.
email. I'm going to try and email him.
Okay, I'm gonna poke my head out of the room too and see if he's about.
Okay. Yeah, you poke your head out of the room. And Cypher's gonna email the doctor?
Yeah.
Okay, perfect. So you peek out, you can see that the doctor's already headed back towards you. Oh, great, great, you're ready. Come on back down the hall here and we'll get you all set up.
All right, I'll follow him.
Okay. Cypher, what's your email say?
Do you need help accessing files? Just let me know if there's certain things you can't access, and I will try and get you that.
Okay. As he gets kind of down the end of the hallway here, Lady V, his comm link goes off. He picks up his comm link and he checks it. He just got an email. And he starts typing text the email back on his comm link to Cypher. Cypher, eventually you receive an email back within a couple moments saying, not necessary at the moment. We'll let you know.
Okay. Okay. So I will start attempting to hack the camera system and see if I can, like, I don't know if this is possible, but I would like to go into the recordings and put a different face on Lady B.
Okay.
Whoa.
Nice.
I also, while this is happening, just to make things a little bit easier on the outside, I'm going to crank up the volume as loud as possible so I can start creating interference in the parking lot.
Perfect. Absolutely. Yes. So you're creating your own noise.
Yes.
Yes, I love it. Gear Jammer. Your drone flying above spots two other what look to be quadcopter drones that are kind of hovering about the facility. More so to the rear. They look like scouting drones.
Do they look like they're heading this direction?
No, they look like they just are on surveillance.
Are they watching the concert?
Yeah, the pictures that are getting sent back to you, Gear Jam, or you, because you're inside the one on Lady V currently.
Yeah.
The pictures that they're sending to you looks like as you're kind of watching, one of them takes, or your drone takes a little bit of a recording of them and sends it to you. Looks like they're kind of on an autopilot mode, possibly running sensors. You'd be familiar with that behavior.
Okay. But it looks like they're staying towards the back.
Yeah, it looks like they're staying towards the back of the complex.
Okay. I have no idea.
You think you could navigate the other drone could probably navigate to the front of the building without being like sensed or seen, but any effort to go towards the back of the building would probably be detected by these drones.
Okay. Can I get down to where I want to go? Okay, so I something. And do you remember? Was the doctor and Lady V planning on heading into the back at any point?
They didn't appear to want to go into the back. I think they were going to try to use the computer systems to see if there was extensive DNA.
Okay.
And if that went wrong, then we're going to try and see if we can get Cypher into that room.
Okay. To get it into the... Okay.
Yeah, I'm the backup to see, because like if the DNA doesn't match any in their system, I have to hack in and try and get him access to a different DNA system.
Yeah.
And I mean, I don't remember sensing that well. Do I think the sensing that they're doing, do I think they would be able to pick up something like Cypher's work? Or do I think they're more sensing for other drones and organics?
Your best guess is possibly heat signatures and just video surveillance.
Okay.
Probably motion sensors.
Huh. Okay. JJR is gonna send through his comm link just a couple of quick pictures of the two drones on the back outside,
Okay.
and then just text. No interest in show. And then just keep that small drone, like basically looking. If you're looking at sort of like our Twitch overlay and the different images on it, keeping Lady V's as full screen.
Okay.
And then basically like the bottom quarter on the solo show and just a little much smaller image sort of up superseded in the corner, watching those two drones, but sort of keeping it just hovering what I think is safely out of range over at the front of the building.
Got it. Perfect.
Does anyone need a view of the security room by any chance? Would that help anyone? No? Okay, I'll keep going.
You're good. Don't worry.
Good.
All right.
I got.
Sure. Jack, this dog is just basically staring at you, growling.
What happens if I take a step back away from it?
When you take a step back away from it, it stays in its location, and it still growls at you, still looking at you, but it has not...
So it doesn't look like happy that I'm moving away from a particular spot.
It doesn't seem like that moving back from it occurred to change its demeanor, but it's not moving. Okay. It's staying stationary and just watching you.
I'm gonna keep backing up to catch up with these two and see. I have a hypothesis that it's just guarding an area, but I'm also cognizant of it that, you know.
The farther you get away from it, its demeanor begins to change. It doesn't show its teeth quite as much. It seems to just kind of lick its lips just for a moment, and then it sits down.
Okay.
Still watching you.
Good. Yeah.
Good boy. Good boy.
Yeah. Not gonna come pet you. I don't want to get my soul bit. Yeah.
Okay. Lady V, he continues to lead you back this way. You pass another armed security in through the hall, and he makes it would be Lady V's right, your left. He goes this way. You see him? Little boy,
yep.
little boy who needs a hand. Then he's gonna go into. Oh, I accidentally grabbed your token. He's gonna go into this room as the door opens. And as you enter the room behind him, and Jack, stop right there for one moment. I got something else for you.
Gotcha. Yeah, I've got something as well.
As you go into the room, the Dr. Jennings is a little startled. Oh, Dr. Simmons. Oh, excuse me. I thought you were done seeing appointments today. I didn't mean to barge in here. It's not a problem, Dr. I thought you I heard about your apartment. Oh, yeah. It's a real long story. Yeah, I heard the whole thing caught fire and like some people died. I mean,
oh dear.
Are you okay? Oh yeah, absolutely. I'm it's been a really rough couple of days. I just needed to come into work to get my mind off of things a little bit. You know how it is. Absolutely.
I'm gonna kind of look at my watch and be like, I'm sorry, I thought I had an appointment.
Oh yeah.
I'm
sorry.
I'm gonna fall out of my dress a little. Down. And say, oh, I'm so sorry. But I do need to get this appointment taken care of as soon as possible.
Okay, go ahead and make an influence check and take an extra point of edge. Lady V.
As she's doing this, can I have the drone that's sitting on her shoulder sort of zoom in on this new guy's face, take a picture,
Absolutely. Yeah.
and send it over to Cypher?
Okay, Cypher, you get an image in your head. It looks like a doctor wearing a lab coat. He kind of looks a little bit strangely like Elvis Presley. He's got massive sideburns, very dark hair with a little bit of gray streaks going through it, and he's got his hair kind of like slicked back. Mhm.
4 hits, 1 glitch.
Okay.
Can I zoom in on his name and see if I can do a Google search on this guy?
Yeah, he has a tag that says Dr. Simmons, and it has...
I will look him up.
Oh, you're going to look him up? Okay, yeah.
Yep.
And narrows it down.
Well, I have his face, so if his face is on Google,
Yeah, well...
I'll like reverse Google search the image and be like, is there any?
Yeah.
I don't know.
Yeah, you kind of search him. You search specifically in some of the ARES, but yeah, he comes up. Dr. Wayne Simmons. He is a doctor that kind of shares the office space here with Dr. Jennings that you find out. And his specialty is the same exact thing as Dr. Jennings. It's kind of like when you go to a dentist's office that has more than one dentist that works there.
Okay.
It's kind of like they both do the same thing, but they work in the same facility.
Okay, can I start attempting to, I guess, probe or find a backdoor entry into the surveillance systems?
Yeah, go ahead. You can make a roll for that while we see.
Yep. Go ahead.
Dr. Simmons, Lady V, you're very good at this. You totally notice him trying to check out your cleavage as this happens. He tries to be really like, it's like one of those moments where you're like, oh, oops, I looked. No, I looked again. Oh, yes. What movie is that from?
Snake eye contact.
What movie is that from? It's from a movie. I can't remember what it was. I think it's that Mel Gibson movie where he like can hear what women are thinking of.
Yeah, you
Or
can
something
hear
like that.
women.
Or something.
What Women Want.
Yeah, What Women Want. I think it's from that movie. But yeah, like you can tell, like that's what's going on in this guy's head. He gets really embarrassed for a moment, and he's like, "Oh, you know what? I'm all finished here. I'm gonna go ahead, go back to the office and quick. You can see he kind of pulls his collar just a bit. He's getting kind of sweaty. I'm gonna go run this diagnostic real quick. Take care of yourself, Dr. Jennings.
You too. I'm so sorry about that.
Oh,
I'm so embarrassed.
it's perfectly fine, young lady. Dr. Jennings, excuse me, and he walks out of the room and disappears. Dr. Jennings is like looking at you. So, wow, that was clutch.
I thought you'd never leave. Here's the thing. Here's your DNA strip.
All right, perfect. And he goes back to this computer area where there seems to be some other contraptions hooked up to it, and he seems to be hooking things up and getting things wired up to run this sample. Jack, when you get to the end of that hallway, you notice down the hallway to Jack's left, it'd be your right, there is another dog.
I did something weird.
There is another dog.
There's another dog.
Why is this happening? Come on, Twitch, or not Twitch, Roll20 is being all weird for me. It's not letting me click on anything now. So you're just gonna have to imagine that there is a dog back there for a moment until it decides.
Would you mind shift clicking where that is, or
Here?
gotcha?
A little bit ahead of that. Here we go.
Oh, here.
It's letting me do it now. It's on the token layer now, so now you can see it.
Another dog.
Another dog, and it's sitting there, standing, looking at you and growling.
Well, fiddlesticks. I'm gonna just back away a little bit.
Okay. As you back away, it seems to stop growling a little bit, like its chops. And
Then this one's gonna start growling at me again.
it's like,
Oh, you're between a rock and a hard place.
Yeah.
Anyone ever played
Who let the dogs out? Jeez.
Wow, and Dr. Shane.
Yep. Perfect. What would you roll on your check to probe?
To probe, that's 8 hits, 0 glitches.
Oh gosh.
Wow.
Yes, you found a backdoor entry. You've made your way to have a backdoor entry to this. So now, if you want to go ahead and try to get into this camera system, you can go ahead and do that backdoor entry check.
All
for
right.
us.
Let me find it. Okay, this is the same roll.
And that doctor has left, so he is moved.
I'm watching him like, why does that guy look so flustered?
Yeah, my roll 20 is really bogging tonight, guys. I'm sorry.
If Jack could get text messages, he'd know.
There we go. Now it's letting me move him.
So that's 6 hits, 2 glitches. I'm gonna spend an edge to make a 4 of 5.
Excellent. Nice.
So that's 7 hits, 2 glitches.
Perfect. Do you have access to the cameras and the camera footage currently?
All right. Let's see what I can do.
If you can, try to keep track of any Overwatch too, so we make sure that we're keeping track of that. I always forget.
What's the maximum number of
How do-
Overwatch you can get? Is it?
Yeah, how do
40?
I calculate Overwatch?
It depends on what you're trying to do. I think it's if it's an illegal action, there's a certain amount. Right there at the beginning of Matrix actions, it says Overwatch, I think, or how much? Maybe it didn't.
I can check. I got to
Here it
pull up,
is.
Michael.
Using hacking programs. OS increases by 1 for each use of a hacking program.
Okay, so-
Performing illegal actions is +1 OS per hit on the opposing roll. So if I have to oppose it, whatever hits that I roll, add to your Overwatch score.
Okay, so what did you hit on those 2 rolls?
I need.
Because after this, it's not illegal.
Okay. I think the well, is it the back? Do I have to roll for both of them, or is it just the back door, the entry that I have to
Or-
roll for?
Just
It might just be the probing, because that. No, it's both. It's because probing and backdoor are both illegal, but once I'm in the back door, it's legal.
Okay. You for the probe is 4 hits. So
4.
so that'd be a total of 5 Overwatch for that one.
Okay. Where's my Overwatch? Where's my Overwatch score?
Can you get higher than 20 Overwatch?
40 is the limit.
Ah,
Oh.
I'm already halfway there.
Yep.
Oh yeah.
40 is
Yeah.
automatic dumped out.
You have to lay low for a while there, yeah, Jim.
Yeah.
Okay. I'm gonna have to clean
It's
that
only
up.
been like what, 2 days, maybe 3 days.
Gear Jammer.
All your
Okay.
various
Gear Jammer
underdoings.
and DJ Solo. You guys notice, this would be on Gear Jammer's top corner of his screen. You guys notice a jet black van park across the street from the parking lot. You notice that most of the people that are arriving for this concert are trying to park like make like a wall around the parking lot with their vehicles. Various vehicles have already pulled up. There seems to be a crowd of people here. Most of them seem like you're fans from the club, and you also notice a lot of Cypher fans pulling in, wearing their neon dreadlocks. Walking in, kind of cosplaying as Cypher.
Nice.
I need to get me a pair of those.
But this van pulls up and kind of parks behind what looks to be like another older car, and then just turns off its lights and sits there.
is. Do I see that old man anywhere nearby?
Go ahead and roll perception. I think this would be your perception, maybe perception intuition.
You said roll perception?
Yeah, I think it's your perception intuition, or
Yeah, it's my.
I think it's intuition.
+4.
Oh wait, I was supposed to roll with more dice.
Oh, for your little stunt.
Yeah.
Well, you would have succeeded
Yeah.
regardless.
Okay, but do you always add in your base stat when you roll with a special skill?
Yeah, it'll say whatever your skill is
Oh, okay.
attached to. So that'd be your charisma. So you're gonna roll your
Oh,
charisma
okay.
and your skill.
Yeah, I didn't
number.
roll that even.
Oh yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. See, you would have done
Now
probably
I know.
twice as good.
I got 5.
Yeah.
5 hits.
5 net hits. You do not see the old man.
Gear Jammer's going to pull that little hawk, the Hornet drone, and send it over to that van.
Okay. So you're stopping the surveillance of the building and moving the Hornet drone over to where you saw the van.
Yeah.
Okay.
All the windows. We closed all the windows in the van so the Cypher's fans wouldn't fight out, so I couldn't get the other drone out without jacking out, opening the door.
Mhm.
So yeah, I'm gonna pull that because I'm not sending the quadcopter over there because that thing's got a weapon attached to it.
Sure. So you send that drone over. It starts making its way in that direction.
I'm maxing out the volume a little bit more, and I'm sending a video footage of this to everybody's comm links.
Okay. You guys all receive.
And Gear Jammer's doing the same thing. It's putting the little camera on the front of this thing right as it flies up to the window and just broadcasting those cameras, trying to get faces and sending them to the group, but specifically like, oh, I got a face snapshot Cypher. Maybe Cypher can do something with it.
Awesome.
What are you sending me?
This weird van that parked. If I get any, if I get a face, taking a picture of the face and sending you the face. They just parked, shut off the engine. They're not getting out of the car.
Okay.
Assassins. They're here to kill Solo.
I'm gonna
Kylo
start editing files, so that's what I've been doing. So Cypher probably hasn't looked at it yet because she's a little busy.
We don't even know if I'm going to get them yet.
Yeah.
My drone's just on there.
Okay. Jack, anything in particular you're doing in this hallway?
Just keeping an eye on these dogs, prepared to kind of duck back into the waiting room if they seem to change their behavior at all.
Okay. Gotcha. Lady V, inside this room, the doctor vigorously typing on a glass keyboard. He picks up a piece of plexiglass that looks kind of like a clipboard, and he's rotating some things. He goes over to the digital screen, which is a touch screen, and starts moving some things around as he's taking this sample. You can see a orange light kind of glow in this chamber that he's put it in. And you can see a bunch of different lights and readings are starting to show up on the screen. And then a second window just automatically pops up, and it starts to just rotate and has all these different faces that just kind of pass before you. And it just keeps on running and running and running and running. And then all of a sudden it just starts blinking red. And it says in the center, sample not found in database. And then the doctor's just like, I knew it. I knew it. It would only read if they were patients of ours.
Cypher, we could use your help here.
1 minute, please. I'm trying to cover your tracks, V-senpai. Just a moment. Chotomate kudasai.
Take your time. Take your time, darling.
So you're trying to edit the file? Is that what you're trying to do?
Yes, so I'm gonna try and edit the file, and I don't want to remove her completely because that will be a lot of work, but I do want to superimpose Pio's face onto her face.
Oh.
start playing Hayo's music on blast now.
Can I hear the music from inside the building?
It should be loud enough that everyone in the tri-state area should know.
Everyone in the tri-state area, I love it.
Lady V is tapping her foot.
Oh wow. I'm gonna find my Payo music.
Nice. Hey, Michael, if I walk down the hall a little bit and then duck down the way that the rest of the team went, how would the dog start to react?
As you get to the corner, it growls a little bit at you,
Yeah.
but as you move away from it, it seems to not care quite as much.
Gotcha. Cool. I'm gonna catch up with everybody.
And then
And then-
you start
Links
to
into the doorway.
your head starts to
then
bob a little bit, Jack, as you start to hear that familiar Payo tune. Her number one hit kind of comes back on.
Oh, this little ditty.
You remember this from a couple nights ago.
Yeah, that was a great concert.
Do I know that Jack would be following?
6 hits, 2 glitches.
6 hits, 2 glitches.
Mm-hmm.
You have superimposed Payo's face onto Lady V in the videos.
Yeah, so I want that in the video recording. So if anyone goes back and tries to look at her, they just see Payo's AR face, I guess.
Perfect. That's beautiful.
Whoa,
That's
that's
beautiful. That's an outstanding idea. Take a point of edge.
Oh, thank you. I will take that.
Oh, here comes the breakdown, guys.
Oh,
That snare drum hit right there. Oh, that means it. Everybody's getting ready. Everybody's getting their glow sticks out down in the parking lot. Here it goes. And there it goes. Boom. They're going nuts. Throwing the glow sticks in the air. Somebody's juggling 3 different colors. So all of a sudden, somebody just blows fire. You don't even know where they got it. It's
I remix into the mix. I'm putting in little sound samples of Cypher's introduction, just remixed into the music. Cypher there.
The Cypher cosplayers in the parking lot are going nuts over this. As the drones are picking up this volume for Gear Jammer, it's whenever you look at the audio samples coming into a mixer or something, they're all staying on red from the volume. It's
Blasting it out. Maxed out.
So when you go back and if you were to go back and watch the recordings from your drones, the music would sound like this.
I hate that so much. Goddamn.
Gearjammer's thinking really hard about having that quadcopter just, put an arrow in the side of Solo's head. You kids knocked off that racket!
Okay, V-Senpai, you are now officially safe.
Thank
What
you,
do you need
darling.
from me?
This DNA strip does not match anyone in the database. You said you could do something about that?
I can try.
If she can access all of ARES' medical and research data, we
Okay.
might be able to find a match.
Well,
that's some hacking.
I'm already in the security system. I wonder if I can find their other access files. Give me a minute, please.
No
And
problem.
I will try and see if I can find.
This is going if you want
medical
to if you
records.
want to do it sneaky. It
Yeah.
seems like there is another host within this host.
Okay.
So that means you're going to have to dive down to another deeper level of this
Right.
security of this system. And what that does is when you go to a new host within a host,
Yeah.
I believe, if I'm not mistaken, it doubles your Overwatch.
Oh yeah. So you're deeper in the matrix now.
Okay. Yeah.
To lay low for a while. I guess.
After I do this, you guys, I'm really going to need to take a break. So if you guys need help hacking shit, you gotta wait.
We'll take a nice long vacation, the two of us, darling.
Don't
Oh, Proxy warned me this is super dangerous.
Don't mean to rush you guys, but the party's getting pretty crazy out here.
Keep it up.
Hey, I want to see this.
So is this an additional backdoor entry? Since I don't need a probe because I see it. Is this an additional backdoor entry?
Additional backdoor, yes.
Oh god, okay.
Because even though you can see it, it is not accessible currently until you go through it.
Okay. I'm so scared.
This one seems to be a little bit more protected.
Okay. I'm gonna probably need my
Your
edge
general will send a
today.
message out. Would destruction help?
Okay. Oh yeah, okay. Oh yes.
And
yes,
I am going to
Holy
spend a point of edge to turn one of my 4s into a 5.
I'm also spending a point of edge to turn my Holy shit!
Wait, the GM has edge.
Opponents can get edge, yes.
Two.
I don't use it a whole lot because I think it can be kind of cheap, but in this situation
9 hits, 1 glitch! I haven't rolled that good in forever!
Wow.
I only had 5 hits.
Oh
so
wait, I get to roll one more dice. I rolled 14, hang on.
we rolled it.
10 hits! 10 hits!
We rolled the same amount of dice.
Jeez.
I have to roll 15 dice, I only rolled 14, so I just rolled again and I got a 5. So 10 hits!
Nice.
Okay. You have gained
One
access,
glitch.
but that is 12 Overwatch. Added to your Overwatch.
Ooh, okay, hang on, let me see where I'm at.
Play the game.
Ooh, I'm at okay.
While you're doing
ouch.
that,
Yeah.
Kill Switch and Gear Jammer. The door of that van, the back
I'm
door
at 25
opens,
Overwatch.
and a figure hops out. They look exactly like I am dressed now. And they walk out of the van, they close the door behind them, they put both their hands in their pockets of their hoodie, and they start walking into the show.
I'm going to switch my
Snapping picture of the face.
Yeah.
You're snapping a
switching
picture of me
my-
right now.
Rodan.
Skull
I'm
painted on the
shifting.
face, hoodie up. Walking in.
I'm
Yeah, you
gonna
can put that up.
shift
I don't need that right now.
the remix music of Cypher's voice to back to the regular music, but then I'm gonna start having Paco Disco kind of shoot out what is it called? The holograms of just the skulls in the crowd. So just like light shows of skulls in the crowd.
Okay.
Is there like more mixing in more of like a something like this, like a little bit more creepier, but like more skull like remix music.
Why are you drawing attention to the skulls?
I believe that we want to talk to these folks. They may not
Oh, all right.
who we think they are. But I'm drawing more attention to bring them to the front, so I'm starting to showing a lot of the like actually using the holograms to show the pictures that I've been seeing around the city and just like popping it up.
Okay.
Don't talk to them without me. Or
Um,
talk to them without me.
I don't
Let me know
talk to
how it
anyone
goes.
without you.
This
I don't
is
talk to
also
single
true.
soul.
Just imagine somebody just walking through a crowd with their hands in their pockets, keeping a straight face, and just kind of diligently kind of moving between the people slowly, not dancing, not enjoying themselves, just almost like creepily and slowly kind of moving through the crowd.
That's when I go
Slowly,
out.
slowly getting closer to the stage, but going very
on, let me
slow.
check it
Looking,
out fast.
looking all around at all the skull forms that are happening kind of around him and in the show. A Cypher cosplayer bumps into him. He just goes like this and then moves on and carries on.
Start your synchronized dancing now.
Oh yes. I'm gonna hit the play button, and it's gonna be Cypher's like video about how the instructional video about now's the time to do it, and then count down to the group dance. We are running out of time. This was the last thing that we're supposed to do for the hit was the group flash mob. So when this flash mob, we're scattering and we're leaving.
Okay, I'll meet you back at base if that's the way you want to go.
Yeah, so I'm sending the video of everybody kick-starting this flash mob. We got a countdown now.
Oh, so
It's
are
like,
you putting like a digital countdown up or something like that?
Catch! Nana!
Yeah, it's just Cypher counting down.
All the Cypher fans are counting out with her.
Rock!
Some of
Go!
DJ
Young!
Solo's group are
Sup!
kind of like pretending like they know what the words are. And they're just like shouting, you know? You notice while this countdown is happening, this individual kind of stops and looks over and sees the skull painted on Jasper Smalls' face standing next to the stage. Stops for a second. And then slowly changes direction, slowly kind of walking towards Jasper. Avoiding the crowd, kind of moving through.
Are we getting our NPCs killed?
Can I?
Sounds like it.
I think this place is gonna get shot up.
I want to
Oh, no.
jump out of the drone
Okay.
and get out of the van.
Okay. You're jumping out of the drone?
I'm going to come out of the drone, done myself, get out of the van, and I'm going to open my forearm, which has my grappling gun in it.
Okay.
Oh god, this escalated real
Yes,
quick.
yes.
No, the grapple wire
And
that I can send out and control how it moves.
And you can see, like, this countdown is in full progression, Gear Jammer.
It-
The crowd shouting. As all of a sudden, just this glare of a skull kind of passes by your face from one of the drones, passing this this image over you.
Oh, also
Just stand there with the thing ready. If he goes to pull something at Jasper,
Uh-huh.
I'm going to fire the grapple gun to literally send the rope out, wrap him, and then I'm going to just yank.
Okay, so you're kind of holding an action right now to do that?
Basically, if he goes to pull something on Jasper,
Mhm.
because I can control the wire up to a distance of 30 meters,
Damn.
just right out there, right around the midsection, just yank. Not around. Don't want to break his neck, but enough to get him away. So but only if he pulls a weapon.
Gotcha.
Two things I should know. One, Gear Jammer, you also have a skull face. Two,
Yes, you do also have a skull face. You don't know it.
George ever can't see his own face, so I have no clue.
And two, I'm sending over Paco Disco to be ready to set off a disco on top of Jasper if anything goes down. He just has a confetti can.
Okay, nice. Cool. Lady V, it looks like Dr. Jennings is looking towards you. Can you tell if she's in? I mean,
She's working. She's
Ikimashita!
working.
she's working at it. Okay, fine. I mean, we just gotta be quick.
There's no rush in perfection.
I love you, senpai.
I send a message in. I'm just like, yeah, there is.
Kid German's just sending back skull emojis and,
Does anyone have any idea if they're threatening us, though?
The only thing I'm sending you all at this point is just like a blinking skull gif, and each time that the skull goes away, it's another number, and it's a countdown of how much time we have until we gotta go.
What would you like to do, Cypher? You have hacked into the secondary host of ARES Research, Medical and Research Facility.
Can I stream the files back to the doctor's computer to try and scan the DNA again? Like, can I just access all the medical files and just stream it so he can check it as it's streaming past?
So you want him to kind of run that sample through that database?
Yes.
Yes. Let's see. What
And
would
I'm
that be?
also going to download these files to my personal shit if he doesn't have time.
The entire
I think this would be
mainframe.
probably control device. Does that
Control
Does
device?
that make sense?
Let me see where the... Yeah, hang on, let me find
Download
that.
the internet.
Action allows
Just
you
download
to
all
extend remote control of a device. You maintain control.
Where is it? Crash? Nope. Don't want to crash it.
No.
Hey, you crash the world.
Control device, found it. Okay.
I think probably control device is probably the most general one that we can probably do with this.
Okay.
So that is
So it's
a
exact-
exact same rule, probably contested checks.
Yeah. Okay.
Oof. She's gonna take some. Is control device illegal?
No, it's legal because I got admin.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, she has admin access, so.
I think I heard a dang it.
There's always a
The
dang
question-
it in there. Dang it. Oh, these dice, and I can't roll any 5s and 6s.
Okay. Can I spend another point of edge? I'm not sure how that works.
Yeah, you can spend as many. You can spend up to 2 points of edge on a turn.
Oh, okay.
Yep.
2, 4, 6.
Also, if you
Spend all
had
the
your
edges.
relax.
Or
Yeah,
Pardon?
you can't use more than 2 unless you had your rest.
I already did. Remember, I slept.
Oh, okay, good. Then yeah, yours should be good. That sleep
2.
thing is maxed up.
Yeah, it is. But I did it, so it's okay. So that's 2, 4, 6, 7 hits, 2 glitches,
okay.
and I'm almost out of edge, but that's okay.
So basically, you are beginning to feed in the. You're actually. It's almost kind of like you're feeding the main database onto his computer, and it's tracing that same DNA sample, and you're watching. You guys are all watching. Well, it'd be Lady V and the doctor are watching it on the screen. You're kind of just watching it all around you. All these faces kind of zipping by you. Then all of a sudden, you hit a match.
Ooh.
And you see what looks to be a dark-skinned male figure. Kind of short, short curly hair. Wearing a lab coat. And the sample comes with a name. And I'm probably going to be terrible at pronouncing it. But it's Dr. Richter Ignatius Phantismo.
Okay.
And Lady V, you can see that the screen is no longer red, it's actually green. As you can see this person's face. And it says that he was a past employee for ARES. Did a lot for the R&D department and also for the cyber department. And was influential in the design of some of the cyberware that is being implemented and used by ARES to this day.
All right, we have what we need. Yeah, doctor.
Yeah. It seems we do.
If I surveillance listened to that correctly, that means we can go now?
Yes. Why don't you all pack up and leave, and me and the doctor will leave together.
All right. So everybody's passed out. I'm going to prematurely fire off the confetti cannon.
Okay.
And then I'm going to send a gift very quickly to Gear Jammer of Inspector Gadget's arm just like extending and wrapping around the dog and coming back.
Are you muted, Matthew? Or...
No, I'm just chuckling to myself.
Okay. Gear Jammer, you notice as this individual, right before this confetti cannon goes off, this individual's almost up to Jasper right now, just keeping his hands in his pockets. And then he notices you back there, a few feet away, and makes eye contact with you. And stops.
Cock my head and look at him. Not saying anything.
Is this one that all goes off?
Yes.
Okay. Boom! Confetti cannon explodes from a drone above. You can see that everybody starts their dance routine in the middle. A couple of people bump into the skull painted figure, and he almost loses his balance a little bit. Looks over to the side.
And immediately sends off the grapple.
Are you gonna grapple him?
I'm going to send the rope around him and then yank
Okay.
him.
What do you have to roll? What does your grapple have? What do you have to roll for that?
I don't know.
Yeah,
Remember.
it's strange because it's not like really an attack.
It's literally the way the grapple gun works is it's the myomeric wire that I have is 100 meters, and I can control its movement out to 30 meters.
Okay.
Do you have firearm?
Yeah, let's do this.
I do have firearm.
Let's just call this a firearms agility test against his
Okay.
his reaction intuition to see if you can wrap him up.
Okay, let's see. Find some dice here.
I'm also using the confetti to get off stage, but I'm leaving a voice message across everybody being like, it's been great. You all been wonderful. Let's do this right. And then GTFO.
Very good.
I need some light. Okay. I'm going to burn a point of edge to make that one better. Okay, that's not bad. 5 hits, 1 glitch.
That beats his 4 hits. This thing just right around him, like lassos around him, keeping his hands in his pockets. And you got him wrapped up.
And then just yanking him over and tossing, pulling him to the van and throwing him in the back next to the 2 unconscious people.
Okay. He seems to be like kicking his feet. Get off of me! What are you doing?
I'm getting in the van too. I'm like, Jasper, get in the car. We gotta get out of here. Closing the door.
What is this? I thought you were one of us.
What?
Getting in the car, just starting to drive.
Okay.
Oh.
Okay. You're getting in the car. You threw this guy into the back. The wheels start spinning. Pulling out. It seems like a lot of the flash mob is just ending, and people are just like running away from the center of this, jumping into their cars. And it seems like everybody's doing the same thing as these cars are kind of just pulling out in different directions. Jack, what are you doing right now?
Well, I just want to throw something out there. Apparently, it's telling me that, while my body won't move itself while I'm actually projecting, it can be moved.
It can be moved, and if you can't find your body,
it can be
you
hard
can
to
die.
find it, yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, no.
But I don't know that yet. I'm going to dip in here, make sure that it's only, allies here. I'm going to manifest and mention, hey, you guys know there are these spiritual dogs guarding some of the hallways? Do you guys see that? Or is that just me?
The doctor.
I did not notice any spiritual dogs. I noticed a robotic one in the waiting room.
Yeah, we do have some drones. That one's particular purpose is to calm people down before they come in.
I want one.
It does have a security protocol measure on it as well. It has a toxic gas that protrudes from its mouth.
I think a lot of dogs have a toxic gas.
I don't want that.
I've never seen it actually in play. It's never been a thing here. But I don't know anything about dogs. You said there were, like, you're not talking about the one in the lobby?
Spiritual ones guarding hallways. They look different than the one in the lobby.
Huh.
They didn't like the sight of me. Well,
Interesting.
Do I hear this through V Senpai's comlink?
Oh yeah, you can hear it.
Jack, did you do anything while you were in the spiritual realm?
I just looked at some dogs. Didn't pet them.
Question.
Gear Jammer just sends a gif of spinning tires.
I think your ride has left, Jack.
Oh. Well, if you hear anything about the dogs, maybe I'll come back, but I better go catch my body. See you guys.
DM?
Yes.
Would I know that if him just being in the spiritual realm in the building, would that leave a resonant signature after he leaves?
On the spiritual world, possibly yes.
I think I'm supposed to cleanse. It's like it takes an action or something to cover my tracks.
Mm-hmm.
Are you going to do that, or do you want me to?
I'll cleanse on my way out. I'll clean up on the way out.
I'm not sure. I'm
Alright.
not sure if I don't think you could
I-
be able to.
I can.
You can.
I can.
Cleanse
You
astral
can cleanse
stuff?
astral signatures.
I'm pretty sure. Let me double check.
Okay.
That's awesome.
Anything that leaves resonance, I think I can.
Resonance is different than what
Oh.
technomancers have.
Yeah. Resonance is not.
Or a sprite. Okay, so do you have
Yeah,
sprites?
No, he's not.
Sprites are
yeah.
digital.
Sprites,
Oh, okay.
sprites are digital. Yeah. So you're
Gotcha.
You're only,
So I can only do it for myself. I can't do it
for
for
the
him.
Matrix. You can't do it for the astral.
Okay.
That's a magician thing.
Gotcha.
Nice.
Which I think, if I'm not mistaken, that is something that Jack can do. He can cleanse his area.
Yeah, I'm supposed to cleanse, to be safe. Otherwise, it takes hours for some of the residues to fade.
Yes, it'll take a little while for that residue to fade, but I think Jack's in a hurry to go find his body.
Right.
He
So
could,
residue is just gonna be left behind.
but he can. It's up to you.
I will do a cursory cleansing on my way out. I'm not that scared. I'm just a little, cautious.
Got it. And
Then I'm also going to do a cleansing before I leave. Just double check my tracks.
okay, sure.
So I have to do
I think you just
Erase.
you make some kind of check.
matrix signature.
And I've got both of my drones following behind the car.
Firewall, willpower, firewall times 2. Okay. I believe that you would have to make 2 checks for this. One for the deeper host, and then one against the primary.
Okay. Where are all my dice? Okay, it's not bad.
Well, it looks like cleanse is more if I've cast spells, cleansing up the residual spell.
It might be.
Vibe.
Yes, it might be
Yeah.
more like if you cast something.
Yeah.
Well, so
Okay,
it's like
that's 6 hits,
removing-
1 glitch for the first one.
Okay. Let me double check, see what the ruling on this is.
So Jack is like if you erase any sort of magical sense so that nobody could detect magic on it.
Right. 2, 4, 6. And then 8 hits, 1 glitch on the second.
Nice. You succeed on both.
Cool.
Nice.
And that I don't believe, does that raise your Overwatch?
It does if I fail.
Okay, if you fail, so you succeed on both. You've cleaned up some of your residue in a kind of a janitor shows up, a digital janitor,
Yep.
kind of mopping up the place a little bit.
And
up every
as I'm leaving, I'm also going to go into complex form and cleaner form to help reduce my Overwatch score
Okay.
before I leave.
I think you just do a regular roll. It's just a roll. I don't think it's contested,
Yeah,
right?
electronics plus, it's just because it's a complex form. It's just electronics and residence test. So where's my
And
residence?
is it like how many hits you roll, you reduce your
Yeah, it's
Overwatch?
how many are reduced. Yeah.
Got it.
Where's my residence? 6, 9,
The doctor looks at you, Lady V.
16. Oh shit! I get
Um,
one of that.
So I guess we need to get out of here.
Yes, quite. I should go gather my things.
Yeah, let's head back that way. And the doctor appears to go out the door and start moving towards that chamber. That same room that you guys were at before. Jack is, I guess Jack would be
Watching that dog like, oh, like go around here.
closer you get, it kind of growls. You're going around that direction. Actually, go ahead. I want you to make do an astral perception here,
Alrighty.
for me. And
Oh, this time I had 4 hits, 0 misses.
4 hits. Nice. You see what looks to be the room behind that dog.
Yeah.
It's kind of glowing with a magical aura or radiance.
The whole room. Oh my gosh. Like there's a ward or a.
You believe it's a mana barrier.
What are they hiding in there?
You want me to go look?
Yeah.
Well, you have to be careful because doesn't mana barrier affect us as non-casters?
I think even somebody in astral can push through it.
But then it will hurt us if we try and walk through it.
I think it only affects awakened people.
Magical walls that impede or block magic in astral form.
Basically,
Oh.
basically they block magic.
So it's the opposite. So we could just walk through just fine.
You can walk through just fine. It just seems like somebody has put kind of like a ward on this room to protect it from magic.
Huh.
Always send it drawn.
I'm pretty sure if they set some sort of mana barrier, they also set some sort of techno EMT to go off.
Is there any way, like. Yeah.
I can destroy EMP.
I will go out and into the hallway and I'll bang on the door. Excuse me, I have to use the restroom really fast.
Okay.
It's an emergency.
make a con check for me, Lady V. That would be your con plus charisma.
Get it, girl.
Just walk in and squat.
Oh my, is this the bathroom? Oh, I must be gravely mistaken.
Oh, is that your shoe? I'm sorry.
And actually, Lady V, while you're doing this, you do notice that there is an insect-like drone flying in that hallway.
Okay. Is it that big?
It's that big. Yep.
Oh dear.
What the heck is going on here?
I rolled 6 hits, 1 miss.
6 hits, 1 miss. Let me roll something really fast. Six hits, 1 miss, compared to 4 hits. All of a sudden you hear, Just a second! Then the door opens, and you can see inside there is what looks to be a security lieutenant. You can see there's holographic computers and stuff going in the background. It looks like all the surveillance cameras are feeding through this feed. And he kind of points towards that drone flying in the hall. It's down there. It's the second door.
Oh, I'm so sorry. I thought it was here. I do apologize.
Could one of us hit the record button on her comm link to see if we record her watch? Wait, you don't have any optics, do you?
No. I just have comment.
But I'm recording everything from her shoulders, so...
Yeah, that's true.
The drone is recording currently, yeah.
Would you send the drone in, or would you want the drone out? That's your choice, so.
Let's see, what did I say? That's
Alright,
it. So
I guess-
we'll send the drone in and see what
The
happens.
drone's jumping off the
Oh
shoulder.
my gosh.
Yeah, but as this guy literally, as this guy goes to turn away and start to close the door,
Okay.
little gnat. Zzz.
Okay, sure. The door closes behind Lady V.
All right, I will run to the doctor and say, now we have to leave.
But you didn't have to use the restroom?
Afraid not.
Oh, okay. Sure. Let's head on out there. What were you doing at the security office?
Yes, I know. We're just checking in on things.
Oh, okay, gotcha. And he begins to walk out. Kind of gives a nod to what was her name, Valerie?
Yeah, I'll pet the dog again.
You pet the dog again?
I will not try to steal it. I just want to pet.
It barks a few times.
Adorable.
And flows. You notice that the lobby now is empty. There's nobody here. It's getting kind of late for appointments. So it seems like you guys walk out as you're clothed, and she kind of waves, and you guys walk out the front door. There is no longer a security at the front door, so the door just kind of opens itself. And you guys are back out in the parking lot, and you notice it is very dark. And you can hear
And as soon as-
you can hear a bunch of tires burning rubber in the distance. As Gear Jammer, you hear, Gear Jammer dear, there's someone on our tail. And the black van is following you guys, trying to keep up. What do you guys do?
Question for you. So, flying behind the van, I have my 2 drones.
Yes.
Okay. Somebody's friend is follow us. Perhaps take out the tire?
No, let's keep this one secret. We
That's use crossbow from drone.
And cause a possibly fatal car accident. I think not. That's just crass. Before we talk to him.
And actually, Lady
haven't-
V is just chiming into you through AR because she's actually in the Range Rover, just leaving the facility a little bit behind you guys.
I'm running alongside the Range Rover.
Okay.
In astral form, just like...
Nice, yes.
I may have kidnapped one.
Now, why did you go and do that?
You kidnapped
Seems like a good idea.
Wait, we kidnapped someone?
Wait, what?
He is laying on top of you.
Did he get that? I wake up and I see a body in my lap. I'm like, hello.
It's
He
probably
is-
laying across you and Jack.
He has actually stopped struggling. He's just kind of like staring at all of you.
Wait, hold on. I thought that was Jasper.
No, you have Jasper in the back with you.
No.
You guys just left Jasper
Oh.
there. You guys took off. He was...
Okay, apparently Killswitch and Gearjammer had a little miscommunication here. I kidnapped the guy who was coming to threaten Jasper. Apparently Killswitch thought I was grabbing Jasper to save his life.
Jasper is still there.
Yeah.
That would have been the smarter thing to do.
Jasper's probably like, these guys all left me here to pick up this mess myself. Oh, DJ, I tell you.
Upon realizing that,
He got it light rather than get kidnapped by Killswitch. I mean, you're done.
I'm gonna send a quick text message to Jasper saying, "Get out now." Flash mobs ends typically with you not being there.
Cypher, as you wake up to see this guy kind of staring across the van at you.
That changes everything.
What are you doing?
I was taking a nap. What are you doing?
He's just looking around at everybody in the van, like, ripping out. I don't understand.
私もわからない。
Oh crap! He knows. I'm confused. You see, like you Killswitch is confused on who he's supposed to be.
You tote around our symbol as if you understand, but you behave as if you don't.
Killswitch, what did I say about stealing that man's symbol?
DJ Hero loves a good skull. Yeah, we've seen the artwork around the space and we've been trying to follow it. I am just a normal DJ. There's nothing more to me.
Well, you followed the mark and you found it. Are you?
Is it like a?
Are you flesh or are you bone?
Both?
Can somebody please put a bag over his head?
The Gearjammer's gonna pull a couple of his gnats out and just stick them on him with the slap patches to knock him out for a couple of hours.
Okay. He just hunches over, passed out.
Oh my god. He switches.
What the hell? They saw my face!
Oh gosh.
I'm not wearing my dreads! You know how embarrassing this is!
Oh gosh, that was so crazy. I can't switch over to who I am. This dude, we need to see Killswitch, not DJ Solo.
Two drones.
You told me to kidnap him.
Two drones pop out of the black van behind you. Flying drones.
Oh god.
And start creeping up.
I'm gonna send my quadcopter to try to shoot him down.
Okay.
Before that happens, I'm gonna send out Taco Disco to send out two confetti grenades to just flash it and just kind of discombobulate it.
Okay, go ahead with Paco Disco, and I don't know if do you have his stats for that drone?
No, but Gearjammer has it. Because he can control it. I can only just tell it to do one action.
I can't remember what kind of. I'm just gonna use kind of like an attack roll for this, just to see how well
Hold on, let
you
me
block the.
I can do attack roll for the stun grenade.
Okay.
so if it's acting on its own, it's targeting autosoft and sensor.
Okay.
So assuming it's running through my system, that's going to be 4 for the targeting autosoft.
Mm-hmm.
Let me find the drone.
Gonna be plus its sensor.
Yeah.
If I got something for it. It's like where I can tell it to do one program or something like that. I have the base. It's not autosoft, but it's like a software that just lets me do basic actions with it, such as deploy grenade.
Well, deploy grenade is probably more like an attack.
Well, and even with that, if it's something that it could be controlled to me, it's probably linked into my control
So
rig.
you can always override my command then.
Yeah, and it may benefit from it at this. I'm just trying to see.
Sure.
This was a
Oh, Jack, you've caught up with your body, by the way.
okay.
And as you come
Okay,
to
so I think this was
consciousness,
a
you
flying
see
drawing.
an unconscious version of myself in the back with the rest of the crew who look like they're freaking out.
Yeah.
Who's he?
Cypher looks like she's on the verge of tears.
So what I thought it was is that I can use my close combat, which is a 5, but I don't use my agility bonus because it's just a grenade doing most of the work. But the 4 would be whatever you're talking about.
I just gotta find the rotor in here.
Now you all know not to make Cypher cry. That's just cruel.
Sensor.
What do I do?
So I would have 6. I would have 6.
Fine,
to,
darling. Just deep breaths.
autosoft.
6 to autosoft?
Yeah, 6 with the targeting and the sensor.
The doctor looks over to you, Lady V, and says, by the grid guide here, your friends they're driving away awfully fast.
Yes, they apparently kidnapped someone for some ungodly reason.
I only have 3 hits for the grenade.
Okay.
Accidentally, there was a miscommunication.
Accidentally kidnapped.
I'm not privy to it, but
No, you don't get to say that. I sent message to everyone about tying man up.
I was telling you.
Nobody said no, so man gets tied up.
What are we gonna do with this guy?
He wrapped around the dog.
All of a sudden, confetti goes flying everywhere behind the van. It seems to be kind of it's pointed more down, like you guys had the settings to point down on these confetti cannons, so that way they would fire down onto the crowd. And see, the drones aren't really they aren't affected by it because they just fly right over top of it. And then all of a sudden, you see these two what look to be kind of crossbows, mechanical crossbows that seem to descend from the bottom of the 2 drones.
And now my drone's going to take a shot at the first one.
Okay, all right.
Okay, where's my quadcopter on here? That is a cyberspace. Okay, yep, that's a 2 sensor as well. Okay. Oh, I will. Let me see. Is that a? Can I turn that one? That would be. Nah, that's a 3. Okay, so 4 hits, no glitches.
4 hits, no glitches. You hit it for 1 net hit. So, do you know how to determine your damage of that?
Let me see what the crossbow is. I got. What range am I at? Well, it says 4P, but I don't. Let me just check.
Yeah.
Because I think that was. Didn't you say we're supposed to add something to it? Like we change it to add a 2P to it or something?
You know what? Originally I was going to do that, but I think most of us forgot about it and we were just doing our regular damage for it.
Okay.
So honestly, I don't think it's going to make or break it right now. So we're just going to keep it the same. So 4P plus 1 because you had a net hit, so that's 5. It does have a chance to resist some of it. Let me double check what that is really fast. I have the drone stats here. I think they resist with body plus armor. Just gonna try to resist some damage. Resist one of those. So it's gonna take 4 boxes. That's gonna give it a -1 on any rolls it makes after this. As your you shooting like a crossbow arrow at it? Is that what's going?
Yeah, it's a light crossbow.
It goes flying and strikes it. You see some electrical energy kind of zap from it. As it and it teeters a little bit, but it's still holding its the 4 rotors still continue to hold it aloft. As it's kind of the front ends of them now are dipping down so they can get as much forward speed as they possibly can, trying to catch up to your van.
He's still with us. I may need to use the big guns. Somebody come up with an idea, or I start shooting.
I'm gonna start climbing out of the van. I'm getting my shock batons out.
Oh, you're getting your shock batons out? How fast are you driving right now, Gear Jammer? How fast would you say that your van is going?
I'm probably, I won't say max speed, but I'm probably a good deal over the speed limit, especially with this butthead.
Why don't you just stop? Like, stop.
And I go flying right out of the
Okay, so my top speed in this thing is 120. So I'll say probably somewhere around like 65, 70 in that ballpark.
Okay, we'll say 70.
Wait, my speed initial was 10, so we'll say like 70.
70 miles per hour, okay.
I can probably keep up with that. Just no crazy turns.
Okay. Yeah, I mean, that is fast for like inner city driving. So that's really fast for going through these alleys. It's ripping up on the top wheels. The van seems to be keeping up with you guys, but it doesn't seem like it's like closing the gap. It's almost like it's going the same speed, just kind of a steady follow.
Probably want to know where we're going.
Does it look like it's, and I am not going anywhere near my garage.
Okay. Yeah.
Keep it going.
Just like it's deliberately just tailing you guys.
Would you tell me that you weren't going to your garage?
Lady V, you and the doctor can see the van is like pinging on your grid guide.
Oh, okay.
And it seems like the car is navigating to that point. So the car itself is trying to follow Gear Jammer.
Okay.
I'm hugging the roof, but I have the baton ready to just like strike any of the drones that come by.
Okay.
Yeah, I'll lean out the other window and prepare a lightning bolt just in case.
Okay.
Unlimited power!
And all I'm doing is they're doing this. I'm sitting in here, and if I hear either one of my cohorts get attacked, I'm popping the gun out from right in between Killswitch's legs on the roof. I'm just blasting the first one of them there.
Killswitch, how are you getting up on the van? Like, what are you using to make it so that you don't go flying?
This is such a bad idea.
He's a ninja, isn't he?
Yeah, I'm basically a ninja, so I'm just kind of gripping onto the sides and using the two guardrails at the top to just kind of holster me in place.
Okay, Gear Jammer would know that he is going to have to be very careful about the turns that he makes with you on top of the van.
I feel like with the two of us, we've done this at least one time before, and I said the one wrong thing, and I'm pretty
in the last week.
Yeah, I went into one of the buildings after he was like, "What did you call me?"
So at this point, what I'd like everybody to do, since it seems like everybody's preparing something, let's go ahead and roll initiative.
No, I was trying to tell V to like make them stop. V senpai, make them stop.
We'll roll initiative first, and then we'll see if V can make them stop.
Just letting everybody know, I do bite my tongue and I activate my systems. And apparently we learned
What's my
today.
initiative?
Take that.
I'm a 9.
Jesus. Oh yeah, hell yeah, 6. That's 19?
19?
Okay.
11. Yeah. No, that's 20. That is 20.
Oh, bloody hell, I have to roll multiple initiatives.
Oh yeah.
Because I have 2 active drones out.
You do.
Okay, so.
Killswitch, you got a 20?
Yeah.
Awesome.
Jesus.
Lady V, what was your initiative?
10.
10.
Okay.
Anybody
so
between that 18 and 10 mark?
I've got a 16 myself. I'm rolling my quadcopter now.
10 for Lady
Drone initiative is 4d6. plus 2 times my pilot skill. Holy shit on a shingle. 10, 16, 20. Yeah, I got a 28 for my quadcopter.
Wow.
What?
Wow.
It's
28.
drone initiative is my pilot rating times 2, which is 8, plus 4d6.
Nice. Jack, what was your initiative?
9.
9. Got it.
Same.
9.
9.
So,
And then-
so
Nine.
Cypher and Jack, whenever you get to
9.
9, you guys can decide who goes first. Okay.
Okay, the Hornet is not nearly as good. That is 13.
13 for the Hornet. Excellent. Okay. Anybody else have initiative to roll? Are we good?
That
I
should
think we're
be
set.
everybody.
Yeah, that's everybody. First up is the quadcopter.
We're gonna take another shot at the drone it was shooting at that's still
Alright.
up.
All right, cool. Go ahead and make your shot.
6.
As another crossbow bolt comes flying out of the bottom of this drone.
Lost it. Okay, that was a 4. That doesn't give me any go. Okay, 2 hits, no glitches.
You miss. The arrow goes flying and it actually hits a parked car. Yeah, that's exactly it. Very nice. I'm assuming it's just going to keep on in pursuit.
No, it's just gonna keep, stay right with them.
Perfect. That's the end of the quads, and now it's the drone's turn. They are going to shoot at your van, specifically aiming for the back tires.
Oh, snap.
Okay, so I gotta go find my van stats.
So one is going to shoot at the left tire, one is going to shoot at the right tire.
Okay.
Please tell us you have like crazy armor on this car.
Yeah, I think you roll
It's body plus armor.
body plus
right?
armor to resist. Yeah. Yeah.
Okay, hold on. Let me roll every bloody die I have. It has 18 body and 16 armor.
Oh god.
Whoa.
10.
Did you want me to roll something? I'm on top of the car. Technically, I'm part of the car's AC.
Jesus, mother mercy.
It would hit you before it hit the car.
6,
That's true.
I think-
I'm gonna need.
This is under the rigor section, I think. Vehicle combat.
I'm not sure.
I think that's where it is.
Yeah, let's check that before I bother to roll all these in case I don't need to.
Yeah, I'm trying to figure out, double check what it is you're actually, because I want to say, like, if you're avoiding incoming attacks, it might have something to do with your piloting. If you're driving.
Also,
Oh wait, driving. Primary test. Fail as a crash. That doesn't say about attacks though.
Doesn't say anything about
Don't
attacks.
fail.
It says vehicle condition on the cheat sheet you gave me. It says vehicle
Here,
condition.
vehicle combat. Here it is. Using a weapon
Okay.
from a vehicle, using a vehicle as a weapon. It doesn't say.
I want to pick up the car and hit somebody with it.
The closest
You
thing
can
I know
run,
is-
you can run people over.
Oh.
Yep, and I've got the thing to use mounted weapons and how to do that, but it doesn't say about anything.
I vaguely remember something about there being a shot penalty. So like you hitting the car straight on and you're not caring about where you hit it. It's like a general hit. I remember that. And it's a general AC that it defends against. But then when you call a shot, it takes a penalty off of the roll or something like that. Like,
Yeah, but what does the car roll against? Is it like a regular attack where it's body and armor?
Yeah, that's the question. I don't know. The attack rating of vehicle. Blah, 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 blah. Defense rating of the vehicle is dry.
Oh, defense rating is pilot plus armor.
Pilot plus armor. So let's go ahead.
Okay, so that's not quite as many. That's
No.
Yeah, go ahead and roll that.
But
that's
then
fine.
you're
then-
specifically calling the tire, so there should be. I think there's like 1 die penalty on that.
Yeah, I don't think it's gonna much matter.
Okay, so
Hey, you never know.
Not with what I rolled.
Oh.
It's not good.
okay, so I'm only rolling 20 die.
Oh
Yeah.
dear.
You might not even have to
No,
roll,
I'm gonna-
but go ahead and roll just in case. You have really, really bad luck.
The world's worst luck.
Okay, let's see here. Okay. And I can only burn 1 edge per turn?
Up to 2.
Up to 2? Okay, so I'm going to burn 2 edge to turn, 2 4s into 5s, because yes, I rolled that poorly.
Oh.
I think it might
Wow.
matter.
Oh my
So-
god.
With those 2 edge birds, I now have 6 successes, 2 glitches.
Nice.
It deflects off the side of the van. It does not hit the tire, just goes misses. The other shot goes flying wide, whiffs by Kill Switch's head over top of the yeah, just the Matrix slide back as it zips over you. And they just continue their pursuit. And you notice, Kill Switch, that they both have skulls painted on the front of these drones. That ends their turn and brings us to Kill Switch.
How close are they to?
They're
Are they in the
probably
close-
still 40 feet away from you guys, behind you. It looks like they're pretty
that's-
fast and looks like they're gaining on you. Probably one more turn, they'll be there.
I am going to. I wish this was like D&D where I can prep this action, but I want to just scooch to the back. I still am braced up against the 2, like. Oh, this is messy. So I would go over the turret. I would have to go over the turret to the back. So if this gun comes up, it's gonna probably shoot me first.
Okay.
But I'm readying the stun to kind of hit at least one or both of them when they get in within range.
Okay.
I'm just gonna stay there for now.
Okay, sounds good. So you're readying your attack. That brings us to the Hornet.
Okay, so looking at the. As this thing's looking at the car that these popped out, is there an opening that this Hornet can drop into?
An opening.
In the other van?
No, it's completely closed.
okay.
Leave a window down just for.
What's crazy about it is it's like one of those like simple construction vans. It doesn't even have any windows in the back.
And the spots where the drones came out of, they're not still open, those closed
No,
up?
it's like it kind of like double swinging doors in the back, and then they closed back
Okay.
up. And the windows are very tinted.
And it's just going to stay with it. It's
Okay.
come down, basically just try to like land, just light on it and stay on the vehicle.
I was gonna land on it.
Yeah, basically, if it can land on it and it's got something that it can sort of like grab onto, if it doesn't, then it'll just stay flying with it.
Okay. Okay. It doesn't have like a luggage rack or anything on the top of it, so it would be hard for it to stay on it going this fast.
Okay.
So probably just hovering above it would probably be its best option. And it's
Good, and it'll just stay with it.
okay. Lady V, did you have a 16 or a 13?
Neither. I had a 10.
You had a 10. Oh,
But yeah, I had a 16.
you had the 16. Gear Jammer, you're next.
Okay.
Lady V on
Go.
deck.
So,
All right.
Up the turrets.
well, I have 1 on the roof and 2 on the sides, so. What is Jack like hanging out the window or hanging out the side door?
Yep.
Oh, am I in the way of one of the turrets?
Looks like he's like holding his hand out towards the back somewhere, like pointing a finger.
Here's 1, 2,
Okay,
3, 4.
It might miss me. I think
Okay, I am just gonna send a quick message to everybody.
Okay.
A little gif of basically crash test dummies slamming into a wall.
Oh no.
In the words, hold on soon. And then I'm gonna action jump into the van.
Oh, so you are the
So
van
I'm
now.
checking out. I am now the van.
You guys watch Gear Jammer just go into this stasis of just sitting there like this. In the driver's seat of the van going 70 miles an hour through downtown New Orleans.
Okay.
Anything else you can do?
At the moment, nope. That's
All right.
just literally like giving them a warning that, vehicle may come to an abrupt stop.
Okay. Lady V, you just watched your van go flying by through an alley. As you guys are kind of making your way in that direction, it seems like the Range Rover went a different route and it stopped at an intersection, and all of a sudden, vroom, goes a van, and then you see drones go zing, 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 and then a black van go vroom, and then the car pulls out and starts going and following the black van. So you're behind it. What would you like to do?
I would like to say to my crew, what in the hell are you boys doing? I know this was Cypher's idea, and who kidnapped that boy? Who kidnapped him? That is no way to treat a creepy, unknowns to us guest. Will you all pull out into a parking lot somewhere so I can catch up to you? And that's my turn.
Okay.
We got a stern talking. Well, the boys did. I'm safe.
I would like to bonus action scold.
Very good.
Party got hella scolded. Party mom is not happy.
Lady V, take a point of edge, please. That was a good scolding. Cypher and Jack, who would like to go first? You guys are both on 9.
Cypher, you want to go first?
Okay, question, because I'm a little confused. When you say van, does that mean you're not you're in this van or you're in their van?
I'm controlling our van,
Yeah.
the one that we're in that has all the weapons in it.
So she's like, oh, okay, she's gonna get the other man.
You're baiting.
Okay.
Yeah, you guys are just kind of like you're all inside Gear Jammer right now. Like you're sitting on a kidney.
Well,
The kidney smells a little bit like whiskey, Maybe that's the liver.
That's the liver. Yeah.
was this uvula?
Let me just double check.
This has been highly entertaining, guys. I love every bit of this. It's almost like every episode is like you gradually dig yourselves into a deeper and deeper hole, and I love it.
That's truly the essence of Shadowrun. We're not heroes. We're just eventually going to get out of one of these messes.
Does the van that's following us look like it's purely like mechanical, or do I believe that there's a potentiality for there to be tech that I could hack into? Because you said this is like an old school van.
It's old school, but it looks pretty nice. It could be modified. You never know. Yeah, you never know unless you look.
Okay, I'm going to make sure. Is it a free action to make sure my seatbelt is buttoned?
Sure. Yes, you buckle in your seatbelt.
Yes! Safety
And I
first.
tell everyone, put on your seatbelts. It's very dangerous. We shouldn't be riding without them. And I'm going to attempt
Gear Jammer doesn't respond. He just sits there.
You get a gift of a small child clicking their seatbelt and then the entire seat just flying out of the window.
Yeah, your driver forgot to buckle himself in. That's problematic.
Especially with what your jammer's planning on doing.
Why didn't you buckle your body in?
All of a sudden, you guys hear the car say, "Hold on, I'll get that for you." And all of a sudden, Gear Jammer is buckled up.
Thank goodness.
Actually, no,
I
it would
don't
actually sound
normally
like
do
Gear Jammer's
this.
voice because he's inside the car.
Oh, that's one of my skills.
I fixed.
I think.
I don't normally do this, but I'm going to attempt to brute force the van behind us.
Ooh, nice.
Be careful.
What a
You
queen!
guys-
So
You
am
guys owe me so much. If I get caught, you guys it's all your fault, and I'm going to attempt to brute force this.
All right, brute force the van. I think if you fail, like this increases your Overwatch by a lot.
A lot.
Yeah, I'm aware. Pissed.
I'm going to spend a point of edge to make a 4 a 5. Just to get a little, just get Cypher sweating a little bit.
DJ Solo would like to inspire you by hitting that remix. Say for that. Say for that.
TJ Snow would like to inspire you by getting launched off the roof and sailing through the air.
Look, I can fly into a wall.
Are you trying to go right to admin access for this?
Yeah,
Oh,
that's what brute force does.
I get a plus
I'm
2
going to-
dice bonus.
Oh God.
Let me
Okay,
go.
I'm gonna use my last edge then. What?
I forgot I added those 2 dice there.
Okay, it's not bad.
What's your
7.
What's your attack rating for like your matrix stuff? I think it'd be it's probably whatever.
Let me find-
It's probably your resonance.
My attack is 12.
Your attack is 12.
12. Yeah.
Okay, it's evenly matched there, so no edge is distributed. So you don't get any edge, and neither does the van.
Okay. So that's 7 hits with the one I rolled, 3 glitches.
All right, against the van's 5 hits, so you've succeeded, and you've brute forced your way into the van's controls.
I mean, your base
I think
and your mans.
I think that's my action, right? I don't think I can do anything else
I
until
think
the next
so,
turn.
Until the next turn. Let me check the Overwatch on this because I think
It still goes up, but
it
not that much.
still goes up. It goes up. My 5 hits plus 1, so that's 6.
Okay.
That one. And you are now hacked
Goddamn.
into this van and have control of its computer functions. You're not really hacked in the way that like Gear Jammer is. Like Gear Jammer is kind of like when he goes into a vehicle, he like becomes the vehicle and control pretty much every aspect of it.
Yeah.
Like if, for instance, the gas cap on the side, if it's matrix oriented or electronic at any means, like he can just open it and stuff like that. I mean, you could probably do the same thing, but he could like do like almost everything within the car at like once,
Right.
like, without really much of an effort. So you guys are flying down there. All of a sudden, you guys see Cypher kind of passes out after buckling her seatbelt.
The driver's passed out.
The driver passed out. Kill switch is on top of the vehicle. And Jack, you're hanging out the window, and it's your turn.
Alrighty.
Okay.
And are both of these drones, like, I forget, did any of them get hit by anything yet? Or
Yes,
are they...
there is a crossbow bolt sticking out of one of the wings of one of them.
Alright, that one that's already damaged then. I'm going to point at it, and I'm going to cast Lightning Bolt. This is an indirect combat spell. I have to roll my sorcery and magic versus its reaction and willpower.
Oh.
We're interested in net hits here.
And it has -1 die penalty because of the damage it took.
Hey, there we go.
Alrighty. I'm going to spend 1 point of edge to turn one of my 4s into a 5.
Ooh.
So I have 4 hits, 3 misses here. So that's just 4 hits.
What's your attack rating with your magic?
My magic is 8, and my
Oh wait, I
other
get
thing is 8. My sorcery is 8, so I don't know.
Wow. You get a point
'Cause
of
it's 6
edge.
plus
You
special.
get a point of edge for having an advantage here.
Yeah.
I just realized I get my edge back whenever I use a logic test, so I have my edge back.
Nice.
Very nice.
Very nice.
That's an awesome
So-
quality to have.
I can't use it on the turn,
Yeah.
but I can use it on the next turn.
Gotcha.
So I got
Every time I
4
use a
hits here.
logic.
How much?
And what does it?
4
I have 4 hits. How many?
against 2 hits. You succeed.
Okay, so I have 2 net hits. So the damage is going to be half my magic, which is 4, plus the 2 net hits. So I do 6 damage to this thing.
And it doesn't.
Woo!
And it doesn't soak this because it's indirect, right? It just takes
Well,
it all.
it says that it can roll their body to resist as they would in physical combat.
Okay.
Oh, okay.
Body to resist. Let me double check. I don't
Yeah.
think they're very good at resisting damage. If I'm.
A drone doesn't have a body.
Let me see.
And then I gotta soak some.
Oh, drain.
Soak some drain, yeah.
So yeah, soak some drain here, and I soak it all. Yeah, 1, 2, 3,
And
7 hits.
and
Yeah.
it takes it all too. It doesn't soak any of the damage as the lightning just zaps it. That was
Unlimited power.
and this
Wow.
and this drone explodes in midair, and pieces of it go flying through the street. As Lady
And then I get back in and buckle my seatbelt.
as Lady V, as you're following, you see a lightning bolt go flying up over your vehicle. And this
Hold
explosion
on and
occur.
try it again.
And that's the first round of combat, unless you're doing anything else with any minor actions, Jack. Okay,
Just buckling up.
buckling up.
Getting in and buckling up.
That
yep.
brings us back to the quad drone.
Okay, and it's going to take another shot at that other. Yeah, just got to take another shot at the other drone that's following us.
Okay.
Actually, screw it. No, it's not. It's going to take a shot at the front tire.
Okay.
Take a shot at the van.
So is it gonna turn around? Because it's following the drones are in the middle and the black van is in the back. So that drone would have to kind of like turn around and head towards like the front, almost like a head-on collision kind of thing.
Yeah, why not?
Okay. So the drone turns around and heading towards the black van, probably hovering above a little bit above it so they don't run into each other, but it's going to take a fire down at it. Go ahead and roll.
Ooh, okay, that's not bad. 3 hits, no glitches.
3 hits, no glitches. Versus my 1 hit. It hits the tire.
Okay.
So what was the total damage
So
of
that was 4 piercing.
4 piercing. Try to soak. Let me double check the van's body. I don't think it's very good.
Oh, whoops. Oh wait, that's right. I'm jumped into the van, not to that. So yeah, that's right.
Oh my goodness. All right. How many damage did you say you did?
On my sheet here, you told me to put 4p, so 4 piercing.
4p plus the 1 net hit, so 5 total.
Oh, okay.
It soaked 3, so it sticks into this tire, and you can see that air is starting to deflate out of the tire. It didn't like make it explode or anything, but now it's got a dart sticking out of the side of it, like this crossbow bolt, and you can see like through the drone's cameras that it's starting to deflate.
Okay.
Anything else?
Nope.
Okay.
Now just keeping pace with that.
All right. Let me make a quick check here. It appears that as the tire is deflating a little bit, the van is starting to veer a little bit and starting to sway. And starting to slow down a bit. It seems like the driver has maintained control of the vehicle and is taking his foot off the gas.
Okay.
The one drone is going to continue, this time going to fire at Kill Switch. I need a reaction intuition from you.
What is my reaction? Oh, 5. Alright, so 10. 7, 9, 10. That is 5 hits, 2 glitches.
You duck out of the way as it goes flying over your head as well. It misses you.
Jesus.
And gets closer to you. Probably within 10 feet of you now.
Oh yeah, it's definitely getting a little poke from the. It's getting a poke from my shot stick.
Okay.
That is 5. Oh snap! 5, 7. Jesus.
Oh gosh, I'm back.
7, and then does it have its own? Okay, it doesn't. Okay, cool.
I think I'm gonna be in the market for some new Shadowrun dice, folks.
That's 4 hits.
4 hits versus my 1. So yes, you make contact with it as it tries to get closer to you.
1.
1.
So it takes 2. It's taken 2 net hits, right? Plus
Yes.
the 5 shock damage.
So 7 total net.
Yeah.
It only soaks 1, so it takes 6 shock damage. And teeters a bit. Dips a little bit. You can see one of the propellers starts to just slow down and stop, but the rest of the propellers are still going and it's wobbling around. It's still up in front of you, but it looks very badly damaged.
We have one there. Because this message just came the last round, Killswitch is actually going to try and ground him. Like, he's gonna wrap himself around one of the top poles of it because he knows it's about to happen.
Okay. So you're using your minor action to try to hold on?
Yes.
Okay, gotcha.
Actually, wait, no, hold on. Before that, because I also can use. I can't use 2 attacks. I can't. Wait, no, I can. Because I have 2 minor actions. Would I be able to use? Did we say that you can't use 2 minor actions to attack again?
It has to be, I think you can trade 4 minor actions for a major action, which would allow you to attack twice in 6th edition.
Oh.
Yeah.
Oh, okay. Jesus Christ, that's a lot of minor actions.
It is. It's a lot, yeah.
Then I'll use 1 minor action to just kind of ready my stun, just like start the shock again.
Okay.
And I'm just gonna hold on to it.
Okay, gotcha. That brings us to the Hornet, which is buzzing on top of the van.
Okay. And it's just going to stick with it as it's slowing down because it doesn't look like it still hasn't opened any windows or anything, right?
Nope.
That's just going to keep following it.
Okay. That brings us to Gear Jammer, who's in the van. Literally in the van.
And I don't know, can I feel the people and like can I sense how they're or like can I tell that Killswitch has got a pretty good grasp up top?
Yeah, you can feel some warmth coming from everyone.
Oh, okay.
Strange sense you can kind of feel like Jack hanging out the window. You can feel like his knees like on the seat, kind of as he's like hanging out the window. You can
I'm
feel-
back in now.
Oh yeah, you got back in. Yeah.
He's got back in. I think you said you buckled yourself, right?
Yes, I am.
You listen to me, right?
Yeah, you can feel Cypher belts buckled.
And passed
Okay,
out.
so I'm gonna use my action to ready my top machine gun. So pop it out of the roof.
That's
Okay.
not subtle.
I'm trying to set it basically like popping it up and turning it so almost to be like an additional brace against kill switch.
That makes sense. That makes a lot of
okay,
sense.
got you. So you're
It's
turning-
gonna hurt no matter what, but it'll be fine.
Okay.
And then I'm stopping.
You're just gonna slam on the brakes?
Just stopping.
Just stopping. Awesome.
Yep.
So
Lady V said stop.
and you guys stop. And there's this loud screech of tires on the road. Jack,
And this
Jack,
is
you just go like
floor the
you're right
brakes,
like this, and you're just like
brake.
as you're just going flying forward. I'm going to ask for a check from Kill Switch.
I'm hoping that little extra will help.
I am going to give you a point of edge for everything that has led up to this to help you out with maintaining this. I'm gonna call this this is going to be, we're gonna say strength plus what would be a good attribute to apply to that? Let's go strength and logic. Reaction?
Just
Yeah,
so-
reaction. I like reaction. Strength reaction is beautiful.
Just
I
so
think
you
that
know,
matches.
I do also have an
Or
athletic.
agility.
Athletics.
have athletics.
Use your athletics skill. Yes. I believe athletics
And
is tied to agility or strength. This
Agility.
Let's tie this one
and
to
have a-
strength though.
Oh.
Because
That
you are
changes things.
trying to hold on for dear life as the brakes are slammed on in this thing. This is going to be just how strong are you to be able to hold on?
If this is strength based, does this mean that I don't get my gymnastics specialty?
Yeah, this would not be a gymnastics. This would not be based on balance and just your.
You like anime jump off.
But if you go flying, then that's a gymnastics check to try
It's-
Yeah, fly and then land is the gymnastic.
This is not gonna go well. I'll just say no.
So athletics plus strength.
What is that? Is that a 6? That's a 6. Okay, cool. Actually, this might be well. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 hits. That's not bad.
5 hits.
Okay.
Let me double check something really quick. Where's that rigging
Although-
page at?
Just so you guys know, my strength is 3, and all 3 of those dice were 1s.
Ouch.
Michael, what are you looking for?
I'm looking for the
I've got the
vehicle.
rigging sheet.
I'm gonna use the vehicle versus a person to see exactly what the
Oh, okay.
contest against this would be.
So let's see.
Because it's not like he's.
Running people over, damage to car.
I'm just looking for like against another person in particular.
Yeah, you didn't give me specific on how to roll for it, just to, if I actually hit somebody.
Gotcha.
Oh, you guys, that's really crazy. 5 hits, 3 1s. If I would have gotten one more 1, it would have been evenly divided.
That would have been a success with a glitch, possibly.
That's crazy.
Oh. Why can't I find the rigger section here? Oh, vehicle. Here we go.
I've got it.
Using a vehicle as a weapon. Attack rating. Blah, 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 blah. Okay. +1 for each current speed interval. So you said, what's your van's speed interval number?
10.
10.
Interval is 10.
Okay, so what I'm gonna do?
But I was going 70, so I would assume that would mean
7.
7.
So 7 dice is what I'm gonna roll. Contested against his 5.
I'm going to, just for the sake of things, burn. Can I burn edge to fail a car?
You can burn edge to make me. I think you can make me roll. Like you can turn a hit into a fail or something like that.
Yeah, I'll burn.
I can't
because I have a lot.
Yeah. Look on that edge.
Because
look on that spending edge, and I believe there's one that causes me to roll something.
it's a huge one. It's 4 hits. It's 4 edge to make you fail 1.
Oh yeah, that is a big one.
So I'm gonna do that because 7 seems intense.
You're gonna take away one of my hits?
Yes.
All right. As the brakes slam on, Lady V, you're watching this. Just 2 cars ahead of you. You're watching over top the black van. You watch this gun just start lifting up out of the top of your van, getting into position. You watch as Killswitch loses his grip for a moment. You can see his legs start to like fly into the air, and he grabs onto this gun and grips it as hard as he can, and then wraps his legs around the barrel of this massive gun sticking out of the top turret, and he holds on and maintains himself there.
What in the hell are they doing?
You succeeded.
And then you just get a text message of a stop sign.
Well, now I can see that.
You all get a gif of the cartoon cat that just jumps up to the top of the ceiling and just holds onto the ceiling.
Lady V, it's your turn, and you watch the black van turn down an alley to the left.
Why? Damn it, they were supposed to rear end us.
All right. I will ask the car to turn left down the alley to block them in.
I'm sorry, you currently don't hold the correct commands to give me to issue any new commands.
I will sit in the car.
Oh.
And then you see like this digital like picture like pop up in front of you, and it just gives you a wink. I'm just kidding, my dear. I'm just kidding.
Oh, okay.
You need to stop taking things so seriously now.
Probably.
Oh my god. What did Killswitch do?
She's gonna key that car. She's gonna key that car.
Sassy.
I love it.
This is a trend on Shadowrun, is how sassy this car can be. What would you like the car to do?
Just turn left down the alley to box the other van in.
Okay, so the Land Rover continues on, turns down the alley. It seems as if that other damaged drone is still heading towards the other van, even though it's now like screeching to a halt. All this is happening kind of like simultaneously, so it's you're noticing that van is losing control and hitting into some trash cans, and they go like flying up over top of the van and stuff like that as they're going through this like back alley, and then the back alley opens up into another road, and it seems to bust out of that road and then make a right.
Okay, I'll keep following that van.
Okay, I'm following that van. Gotcha.
Yep, that's it.
Cypher and Jack.
What type of access do I like? What's in this car that I have access to? Like, what can I control or not control?
There's
Can I tell?
There's grid guide GPS running, and it seems to be saving and storing all the information that's happening right now. There is video surveillance on this van. There is there are what seems to be programs running that record voices.
So it's basically us.
It's not nearly as high tech and advanced as what you are riding in,
Okay.
but those are some of the things that you can see from your vantage point. You also notice that it has, on the grid guide GPS, it also says several stored locations.
It has what in several stored locations?
It's stored locations within its GPS, like favorited spots.
Uh-huh.
It has links, you can see there are stored locations within the grid guide. Kind of like whenever you go on your phone and you pin places
Yeah.
to save for later, or yeah.
Download.
I was already thinking about that. I'm just looking at all my options here.
You all would get a message saying, he doesn't say things like that. Never mind. You don't get anything.
Yeah. Yeah, I'm gonna start downloading
Okay.
for now.
Let's see, what kind of action would that be considered? Is it
Matrix action.
a... Where's our long list of Matrix actions? Because there's a bunch of them. What did we say this was before?
Did she download before? Yeah, she did.
Yeah, what did we use?
Well, she's brute force the access, right?
Yeah, she's
Yeah.
in. She has admin access.
Didn't you use like a edit file or move file or
Could be
something
edit
like that?
file, yeah. It might have been edit file.
Maybe edit file.
I'm thinking that might
I'm not really editing the file. I guess I'm just copy paste. If you use this action to copy a file, you're the new file's owner. Yeah, so I can edit file is to copy.
Edit
I can
file is to
copy the
copy?
file.
Okay, it looks like you're
Yeah.
making a electronics logic.
Yeah.
Versus
Okay.
the Vans, Firewall, and Sleaze.
For those of you all just joined us, I swear this is not a programming class.
Suppose Mr. starting with us, he may be lying. He may be learning to program right now. Don't really.
It's teaching how to file your taxes in costume.
Yeah, that's it. Yeah.
But it's really not costume.
We get
The
together.
crypt is really what the IRS people look like when they show up at your house to audit you.
We get together on Friday nights to paint our faces like skulls and do our taxes. that's what we do.
Because adulting.
Adulting.
Adulting is hard.
It is hard.
The only one slightly believable is Jack right now. Speaking of which, Jack, you look a little bit like Tony Stark.
Yeah.
Yeah, he does, yeah.
Well, that'll be my next character after Jack dies.
It's just literally Tony Stark.
Yeah, just literally his name is Tony.
Okay, that's the drink too.
Tony Stank.
So that's 7 hit, 5 glitches.
You have successfully copied and downloaded these files.
That was close. That was freaking close. I've not seen that many ones in a minute. Okay,
So you were specifically going for like all the pinned locations on the grid guide, right?
I'm going
Yeah.
for GPS and any like backlogged video files.
Okay. Perfect.
So those are the ones I'm focusing on.
All right.
the GPS and video files to see if I can like pick up previous surveillance they've done.
Excellent. Yep. You got it.
So that's how I spend my turn.
All right, Jack.
All right. And the van is way out of my view at this point, right?
The van is out of your view, but there is also
Okay.
a drone that is very close to your van. Looks pretty
Okay,
damaged.
unbuckle. Unbuckle and...
Does happen again?
Yep.
All right.
3, 6,
This is -2 dice because of all the damage it took.
Nice.
It's already kind of sparking.
Yeah, it is.
Yeah. Oh. 1, 2, 5 hits.
You hit it.
Okay.
So
So it'll be-
-2 on the soak. Tell me, how much damage was it? So you had.
So it's 4 damage plus net hits.
So I
'cause
only
I have 5 hits.
and I only had 1 hit, so that's 4 nets on that as well.
So that's 8 damage.
8 damage. I'm not even gonna roll to soak because it's not gonna succeed. You have blown up this drone as well with your lightning bolt as it shoots through it and
Now
explodes.
Skywalker. You will die.
His electrical energy just zaps. Go ahead and roll for your drain. Your drain.
Yes.
From
Oh
your
my
spell.
god, I got some drain on this.
So to see
Or a.
see if it changes
My God.
the way your face looks after you use all this
Yeah.
force lightning.
Well, what did I for? How's drain work if you have an even number of hits and misses? That doesn't affect. It's only if half your dice pool is misses or something, or.
I think as long as you roll the same amount, like it soaks everything. Like it takes all the drain away.
Yeah.
So you've succeeded.
I'll spend a point of edge to
Okay.
turn one of those 4s into a 5, and then we're safe from the drain.
All right, you got it. So spending some edge to
Yeah, yeah.
save yourself.
And I
from-
think because it's logic, I get edge back. I guess, yeah.
Does it work?
Because I have the analytical mind.
Yeah.
Oh yes, then yes, you do the same thing.
Yep.
You get it at the same thing as me. You get the logic
So
back.
you spent that
You
edge,
get the
and you
edge
get it
for any
right
logic.
back. Oh man,
Yeah.
that is
Yep,
nice.
that's what I
Edging,
do.
edging successfully.
Edging success, that's
Edging,
it.
hell yeah.
All right, so both of those drones are destroyed, and what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna go ahead and take us out of initiative because the drones have been destroyed and the van seems to be retreating elsewhere. So I'm gonna change our music and ask you guys what you would like to do.
Well,
You
we've
want-
got a problem here in the van.
Gearjammer's going to start driving and following his drone, which is still following the van.
Oh, I would send you a message being like, we need to take this guy back to the shop. Leave the car.
Your glasses.
Do you want me to still follow this van?
No, don't worry about it. I've got all the information. I'm downloading it now.
All
Go back to the
right.
garage.
The van is
I will meet
slowing
you
down
back
a
there.
lot, Lady V. Like, probably only going about 35 miles an hour now. And it seems like that front tire is completely flat.
I will still listen to Cypher and ask the the Range Rover politely if it'll take us back to the garage.
Absolutely.
Gearjammer's going to jack out of the van and start driving back to the garage and give one last command to the Hornet drone he's got that's still following the van.
Mhm.
Say the minute somebody gets out of that thing, to inject it with its payload and then get the hell out of there.
Okay.
Because, you know, screw you trying to shoot at my damn van.
Sure.
I do send a message to Cypher saying, can you see if there's any... I don't know if she can do this. Can you see if there's any read on this van? See if we can clear anybody who's trying to track us?
What do you mean?
See if there's any sort of tracking device on this car, or if it's going to try and follow us back to the garage. Any sort of cybernetic GPS on us?
Oh, you mean on our van?
Yeah.
Can you give me a minute? I'm a little busy. Wait, hang on a second. Maybe I can do more than one thing at once. Let me double check. Hang on. Where's my complex form?
Dr. Jennings looks over at Lady V and is like, what is happening? I thought...
Tuesday.
Oh. But see, I thought we got what we needed and everything was good. I mean, I'm not really sure what all this is about. Who's in the black van?
I have no idea.
A Tuesday.
Yes.
Huh. Feels more like a Friday.
Yeah.
I forgot to mention that Slap Patch knocked out you
Yeah.
for 6 minus your body.
Hour?
Minimum of 1 hour.
Hours? Minimum of 1? Okay.
Minimum of 1 hour. So
Minus body?
yeah, 6
No,
minus
I can't
body
look.
hours.
Okay, gotcha.
Complex forms are for attacking. Mirror persona doesn't do it. So never mind. You have to wait. There's only one of me.
Okay. I took Gear Jammer. I climbed back into the car and I told Gear Jammer, circle around to, Soylent D's so we can pick up some sandwiches before going to the garage.
Fine, but you are paying. This is your fault. You tell me, kidnap man. This all on you.
Oh no, don't even start with that. When I told you that you need to get Jasper, you wrap it around Jasper.
You tell me wrap around with Skull. That's Skull.
As he's looking at you with his face painted like a skull.
You need to work on your Google Translate laptop.
Next time I don't put gun up for you. You go flying.
So you guys are stopping by to grab a quick bite?
Yeah.
We're taking it.
Well, I'm
Cypher's
still in the Matrix.
In the black van?
Yeah, I'm still downloading, and when I'm done, hang on. When I'm done downloading, where my actions go?
As you are downloading, you can see that somebody is inputting things into the grid guide, and they are engaging in autopilot. And they are setting a course to one of the pinpoint guides on the grid guide, one of the saved locations.
Mm-hmm.
It seems to be going near the south side of the city. It looks like a some kind of like abandoned warehouse near like a dock district. And then it seems like the grid guide starts taking over, and it starts to drive, and it seems like they are trying to drive on the rim.
Oof.
Oh God.
Of this van.
Why?
That'll do some damage.
So they're only going like 20 miles an hour. But with it on the autopilot mode can probably do a little bit better of a job than a person trying to drive it right now. Down the street, there's this black van with sparks just shooting off of it.
That's gonna be an awful sound down the street.
Yeah.
Okay. Let me know when I'm done downloading, because I have a couple more things I need to do here.
Sure, you're done downloading.
Do I shoot the other tires out? My drone is still with it.
No, just let me deal with it.
It might be useful to let it lead us somewhere, you know?
I have all the information. I'm gonna start forwarding it to everybody while I'm doing this. Like, here, take this. I'm like, go back in.
You guys get a text message linking you to GPS maps.
Okay, I start driving to map.
Are you putting a map in your car?
Before you do that, just let me finish.
Wait a minute! Oh my god! Can you guys wait like 30 seconds?
Can I have the number 4
Oh my god.
Oh,
with extra soy patties, please?
Oh, they're out of the soy patties, but they have the soy nuggets.
Okay. Can I have a double size one?
The 4 count, you know, the one that comes with a little toy.
Can you order me a number 2 with a code?
I am attempting to brick this device by formatting files, by formatting software.
Oh, you're gonna
Format device.
you're gonna try to brick it.
I'm gonna. Yeah, I'm trying to brick it.
Oh.
I've never done this before, so we'll see how this goes.
Does format? Is it format device that is what you use to brick it, or is it something?
Yep. Yep.
Okay.
You write boot code of the target device. The next time it would reboot, instead it shuts down for good or until the software can be replaced or repaired.
Oh, so the next time it would reboot.
Yep.
So it doesn't happen like right
So-
now. It'll happen later.
Unless I force it.
Yeah, because you can force crash it and then
Yes.
brick it.
Yes.
I can force crash
You can
it,
force
but
crash
I
it,
want to
yeah.
do this first.
Okay, you got it.
Jesus.
You got it.
I've been looking at my matrix things while you guys have been busy
Nice.
figuring out what you're doing, and I'm like, oh, what can I do?
It's gonna go ahead and try to defend itself against this.
Okay.
This is interesting. I love it.
I've never done this before. I don't
Keep
think
in mind-
Cypher's done this before.
Be careful too, because all of these actions are gaining Overwatch.
Oh, I'm well aware.
Yeah, these actions are Overwatch.
She's gonna have to lay low for.
For 3 years.
I'm just saying, I could have just blown up van. Problem solved. No.
Got to do a time skip here.
Cypher, that's who know everything.
I don't know everything. I'm just good at everything. Alright, I'm spending my edge.
Downloading.
The thing is,
8 hits, 3
Extraordinary.
glitches with, and I spend an edge, but I also gain an edge.
All right. You have successfully formatted this device. That the next time that it would reboot, it is instead going to brick and shut down. And you were doing that on the GPS system. Is that what you were doing it for?
The entire, like when the whole thing shuts down, like when they turn their car off and turn it back on.
The GPS won't work.
Okay, yeah. The car itself is not like. It's not like computerized.
No, it's just-
it's more
But
like
I'm assuming
the
that the
GPS
car
systems,
turns
yeah.
on the power
the
for
the auto kind of
Yeah,
stuff you're trying to turn off. Yeah, perfect. You can do that.
yeah.
You
Yeah,
will
yeah,
gain 3 Overwatch.
Okay, I will
'Cause
take
I
it.
had 2 hits plus 1 gives us 3 Overwatch.
Okay, so I'm back up to 25. Fun. Okay.
It seems like it's still trying to drive.
Okay. I'm.
Very slowly, but
Yeah,
it's still moving.
Yeah, I'm gonna try and crash it. Crash the program.
Crash the program. Oh boy. You're gonna shut down the autopilot and the GPS.
Yep.
Oh wow.
While we're in the window, knowing full well what Cypher's doing, I just want to lean back and be like, Cypher, did you want fries or something?
Give me a chocolate milkshake. Thank you.
no.
What? I can't hear you. You look a little passed out. Are you drunk?
I sent you a gift of a milkshake.
The van is gonna spend its last point of edge to make that 4 or 5. As it seems like all the van's edge has been depleted.
6 hits, 2 glitches.
And all of a sudden, the van starts drastically. Well, Gear Jammer would probably be the only one that can actually see this from the view from his drone. The van starts to just spin around, spin out, as it totally lost control and then screeches to a halt.
Cleaning Overwatch quarter before I come back home.
The van does begin to move once again, but it looks like it is running manually and somebody's trying to drive it.
Good.
But it's
Work for it.
it's not.
Still haven't cracked the window.
Still haven't cracked the window. Nope. They have not come out of this vehicle.
Jeez. Interesting.
Gotta take my drone like a day to fly back to me from wherever the hell the.
It's going really slow right now. It's going really slow, and it seems to be just driving. From what you can tell, from what you guys can tell, same location, just now without any GPS help or any drive assist.
I'm at 18 Overwatch as I come back out.
Oh, I think because that program cost you 4 more Overwatch when you did that.
Okay.
Because I rolled 3 hits plus 1, so that'll give you 4 more.
So plus 4, 18, 19, 20. Okay. I'm back at a 22.
And you come back to your senses and jack out of the Matrix there.
Yeah.
Cypher comes too in the back of the van.
Oh, welcome back.
Alright, that's your meal. That's your meal. Oh, she's still out. Oh, good morning. Here's your meal.
Killswitch is passing out fast food bags.
That was so not necessary, but I'm going to look through the files right now through my comm link. I'm
before
going
you
to
do
start
that-
looking.
Before
What?
you do that, we need to know if we're being tracked.
Oh. What do you want me to do?
See if any of those drones sent anything onto our car so that we can go back to the.
Let's see.
Nowhere.
Let me see what I can do.
We'll wait. Buffering.
Jack gets out of the van and walks the doctor and Lady V's food over. Passes it
Here
through
you guys go.
the Land
Thank
Rover
you,
window.
Jack.
Always a pleasure. It smells wonderful.
How is it in the van? What's the gentleman that you captured?
Well, I think that's what we have to figure out. He certainly has decorative face paint going on. It's pretty cool, I dare say, but perhaps this will unlock some of the mysteries that we've been wondering about here.
Don't you have face paint on? Doesn't he have face paint on?
Jack does.
I do, yeah.
Jack does, yes.
Oh, that's right. I did put it
Thanks
up.
for reminding me. I
Like
wonder what
that.
the people in the drive-thru thought. Well, scandal.
Can I do like a matrix
barely
search on
notice.
our car?
Matrix search on your car?
Yeah, to
Yeah.
see if we got tagged with anything.
Sure, why not? Go ahead and make a matrix search.
Okay.
I'll also essence for any spells that may have been put on the.
Electronics and intuition.
You're sensing?
Haven't
Go ahead,
done
yeah,
this.
go ahead, roll.
Yeah.
Go ahead and make a roll for that as you're kind of peeking into the astral to see if there's anything strange about your vehicle.
With A-sensing, do you like smell your own funk when you? So like, do you get that lightning kind of energy?
Oh yeah, he would probably.
Probably.
Yeah, he would probably smell his own lightning funk.
That
Yeah,
was a good one. I have 3 hits.
3 hits.
Yeah.
Peeking into the astral, like you can make out the life forms of your party and life forms of some of the employees working out at this fast food place that you guys stopped at to grab a quick soy bite.
These nuggets are magic.
Other than the fact that your arms are still kind of beaming with glowing magical radiance from firing off lightning bolts down the alleys,
Yeah.
and you can see like a trail of it leading to you from where you guys were.
Oh, let's not linger here too long.
But that's pretty much all you
4
can
hits.
see. 4 hits.
4 hits. Yeah.
doesn't appear that the van has been tagged.
Oh, but he has. God darn it.
The Land Rover
Oh.
has been tagged on ARES security protocol.
Oh, do you tell us that?
And is
Yes.
catching it's not like when you're looking through the protocols, it's kind of like an orange color.
Is that
Meaning
good or bad?
Meaning to you, it's kind of like a soft, hey, if you see this vehicle, we might want to check it out. But they're
I
not
look up-
actively, like, it's not red. Nobody's actively searching for the vehicle at this
What is-
moment.
Notice. I look
I
over to Ginger.
will relay that. You guys, we got some orange warnings from the ARES Corp about our vehicle, but there's nothing tagged from the other van. So I don't know if that's good news or bad news or worse news. I think it's worse news.
It's pretty bad. I look over to Gearjammer and say, looks like we gotta give your girlfriend a makeover.
He just looks horrified.
Don't worry, I won't change
She's
her
not
voice.
going to like this. You know this.
No, she's not gonna like this at all. But maybe you just sweet talk her and get her a nice dinner with roses.
Unleaded gasoline.
Unleaded gasoline. No,
Diesel.
she deserves
Yeah.
premium. She deserves premium.
Very nice.
We do not have money to pay for. Oh,
What are we doing
because-
with this guy though? Like, what the heck? Nothing. Like,
That's what you
nothing.
wanted him.
Take him to the shop. I'll do the questioning.
Oh dear. All right, back to the shop, I guess, and you can decide what to do with your vehicle
Why-
later.
Why do
dear
people
John.
always bring things to my shop?
I don't know.
Why do not bring this to Cypher's apartment?
It's
It's too small.
Cypher and Lady V, both take a point of edge, please, because that was
Hell yeah.
that was amazing. Who else did anybody was anybody else in on that? Or was it just those two that said it at the exact same
Just those
time?
two.
Okay, I was just making sure. Because it was like everybody simultaneously. So
Yeah.
Too small.
I will go to Jack and I say, Jack, you probably want to, fan off your scent.
Yeah, eliminate my musk, so to speak. Yeah.
Jack would tell you guys you'd have to backtrack a little bit because he left a trail.
Oh no.
If we get away from the trail, I think that
Yeah,
Oh yeah, so you can like stop it there and just keep on going somewhere else.
yeah.
sure. You could do that.
These people will know that we attacked somebody and immediately went to Arby's.
Wow.
We needed that Soylent burger.
Yeah.
Priorities.
Worked up an appetite, you know?
That's so good. Yes.
Gearjammer's just going to start driving back to the garage.
Okay.
Yep, I'll follow.
You guys make your way back to the garage and you pull in. It's probably about, I would say, 10 o'clock, maybe pushing 10:30, 11 o'clock at night as you guys roll back into the garage. Both vehicles pull in, the garage doors close, and you guys exit the vehicles. The individual in the back still passed out.
He's going into the oil hole.
Why do they always go in there?
Because it's the only place for questioning. They may some days upgrade to the couch, but even then, it's not going to be an obvious thing.
I'm looking around. I'm assuming that somewhere in here from all the different drones, I have like a large storage chest, right?
Do not put the gentleman in the storage chest.
Damn straight up putting him in the damn storage chest.
I would say you would
As long as the oxygen gets in
you would
there.
have to empty a lot of tools out of it, Gear Jammer, but yeah, you have something big enough that you could stuff them into if you'd like.
The oil
just-
hole is already prepped for interrogation.
I'd rather him in the oil well with room than the, yeah.
And if anything goes wrong, I just light a match and throw it down there.
No. What's
Boom,
wrong with you
problem done.
people?
We're mercenaries. What do you expect?
Not
You have to
that.
be killer mercenaries.
The doctor's looking at all of you with his lab coat on, and he's like, "How did this? Like, what does this have to do with the plan?"
This,
Well, crazy DJ throw a show. Tell me take man with skull. I take man with skull.
It's a
Apparently,
much
You
more
all,
than one man with skull.
you all have skulls.
yes, you do.
Yes,
you
in
have a
our
skull.
head, I mean the face
You have
paint.
a skull. Both of you have skulls.
Can you take a picture of me on my comm link? It kind of looks.
Sure.
You're gonna walk
The doctor's
over
like,
to the
"Sure, I'll take one." Yeah. It's,
I don't know what button takes, but I trust you.
as he
As soon
as
as
he
the-
takes the picture, roll 2d6 for me.
Oh no!
I want to see if
Why
just
would you-
your picture does anything to
One hit, one miss.
Okay, what I think it's different the way Gremlins works though. I think if you roll like a 6
Any
or-
misses. Oh, okay.
I think it has specific rules.
Oh, because I got a 5 and a 1.
The 1 might be an issue, or is it a 6? I can't remember.
I think you're right. Yeah, if you get a 1 on either die, it means the dice function correctly. You treat it as a glitch.
No.
Snake Eyes is even worse, but
What happened? What's going on?
He glitched.
I
The
think,
doctor was
yeah.
taking a photo of Jack and it glitched.
I think Jack loses his phone.
no, it just says that the device can be quickly reset with a minor action used again.
Yeah.
Okay.
When he hands you the comm link back,
Yeah.
you know, whenever you go up to your TV and you kind of push hard with your finger on the TV and it messes up the image a little bit, like it distorts
Yeah,
it.
yeah.
That's what your face looks like on the picture.
Oh,
Ew.
thank you.
You're welcome.
Oh boy.
That's creepy.
Gear Jammer's in the process of wiping all the paint off his face.
So we are going to interrogate this guy for a bit, ask him a few questions, and then see what comes up. Oh, by the way, wait a second. Hold on. You don't know this. I looked at the doctor. You're gonna pay us, and you're gonna walk away, and we're never gonna see your face again. You do understand this, right?
But I still don't know what all this means.
Your job's done. You wanted us to find information on this. We have the information. It's done. You're out of here. I mean, we could also do this another way as he pulls out his laser sword.
Look!
What if he's got another contract for us?
Dr. Jennings was looking at the skull painted drones as well, so maybe he wants to stay and see who it is.
I don't know.
Listen, I
This
think
one's an
I
ace.
Wasn't he
think these
Using
individuals.
skull painted drones.
I think these might have been the ones that gave me the drones.
Oh.
Oh.
Yeah, even still, I don't trust this one. He's an ARES tech. He's not going to be able to help us. And he knows way too much about every single one of us.
Well,
More reason why we should keep him.
Yeah, I like what she just said.
and we got to figure out who that guy was and I kind of flip up the guy that tries to match the DNA. We still got to figure out about him.
Yeah. I just don't want him, and I'm pointing my laser sword at him. I just don't want him on in the conversation. For all we know, he could be given information as well.
He starts
Remember, he
pulling
gets-
out everything he has. Like he gets his comm link out and sets it down. Look, I know she can do it. You can search my files. You can check this thing. You can just.
Will
dive
you
right
please
into
give
it.
me admin access because I don't need more Overwatch score.
He's like, yeah,
What's your password?
it's swordfish, and he throws it to you.
Oh, it's always swordfish.
What is it with swordfish as a password?
Meanwhile, Gear Jammer's on the ground with turpentine and is just wiping the paint off this guy's face.
Oh, you wiping the paint off this guy, the other guy's face. Okay,
Yeah.
nice. Yep, you're wiping.
with whatever, you know,
It's coming right off.
high-powered chemical remover I have handy in the garage. I'm not concerned about his
Yeah,
health.
it's not
dear.
it's not some fancy paint or anything. It's like cheap Halloween paint that he must have got at Walmart.
And I'm basically syncing my controls over to the good doctor's comms and anything, so like I can remote access it whenever I need to,
Sure.
and just hand it back to him.
Okay.
Be like, okay, thank you.
So what I'm hearing from you all is that you want him to now be a permanent resident of our garage.
For now, he's got no place
No.
to go.
Are you good with a
Just
wrench?
until we. Hmm.
Hey, Victoria Brown's here. Thank you so much,
Hey, Victoria.
Victoria.
Hey.
Hey, baby.
What's up, Ladette?
Yeah, the party could have used you tonight.
Oh god, yes.
Seriously.
Yeah.
You good with the wrench?
Who are you asking is good with a wrench?
The doctor.
The dark.
The wrench is not really my specialty. Isn't
How
that
about
what he does? And he points to Gearjammer down in the pit, like wiping this guy's face.
Oh, it's not about him. He's a full-time employee. Your resume is what's in question. You good with the paintbrush?
Don't make me storm at my loft.
I mean, are you good with paperwork? I'm pretty sure Lady V could use a little bit of assistant work. We could always use a mechanic medic. You never know when one.
This
of us
is
might
true.
need it.
We could always use a mechanic medic. I mean, who can't use one of those?
Hey, look, I'm
I
no.
point to Tink Tink.
Doesn't he have like a real job though?
Yes.
Like a
Not anymore.
doctor, right?
He's not going to be working at his normal job for a long time. He's got people after him.
This is true.
Gearjammer, at that point, the individual that you're wiping his face off starts to cough.
shoving the doctor in a
Before
closet.
can I before he starts waking up, could I have checked his body?
Yeah. Yeah, so you're like checking him for stuff? Like how in depth are you checking him?
Rubber glove.
Yeah, right.
I go everywhere. No, I just check. I did check like inside his clothes and like all of his pockets, all of his socks and shoes.
He was wearing kind of like black cargo pants that had a lot of pockets in them.
Take a while.
You open up his hoodie, and he had two what seemed to be semi-automatic pistols.
Take those away.
And like, you know how the FBI agents kind of have them like tucked on their chest like this, in like one of those like double holsters that go over like this. He had one of those. He was also wearing some looks like kind of like a bulletproof vest underneath.
Whoa, this guy was ready to rock.
He had
This guy's probably a runner.
probably about 6 extra clips for those guns in his pockets, and 2 what appear to be some type of grenades in his pockets.
You were ill prepared.
Any comm links or phones or anything techie?
She's like, I can do it.
SIM card. Or...
I was like, I don't need this shit.
Throw
Surprisingly
bomb away.
enough, there is no comlink on this individual.
Okay.
Offline. Interesting.
If I open his eye, does he have contact?
You open up his eyes, does he have contacts?
Yeah.
You're like, open up his eyes. He does have contact lenses.
I'm going to attempt to take them out.
Okay, you put your fingers in his eyes and pulling out his contacts. Let's do an agility test for this to see if you don't accidentally rip one. So we're gonna call this agility plus reaction. Let's do agility reaction, please.
I'm a literal mercenary that kills people for a living, and this is gruesome.
She is ripping this guy's contacts out of his eyes.
I blew a person's face off, but I would never rip a contact out of their eye.
Yeah, it's pretty gross.
To rip it.
Trying to pop it out.
That's 3 hits, no glitches.
Okay. You get the first contact lens out pretty easily. The second one kind of seems to be like his eyes been closed for a while, and it seems like they've been dry, a little dry. And that second one, you try to pull it out, and it kind of goes back into like his eye socket a bit, and gets stuck back there.
I'm just gonna leave it back.
Okay.
He'll blink it out. Yeah.
I'll blank it out. It's fine. I'll just leave it there. It's fine. I just needed the one.
Okay. And as he starts to wake up, he just immediately starts to open his eyes and then just starts like squinting a lot and go,
Now he can't see what we look like.
and he's like trying to rub his eye right there. He's trying to like regather like his sight, and he's squinting and he's looking around, and I guess Gearjammer and Cypher would be down there with him at this time.
I'm walking up to him.
I gave all the weapons to Solo and
Stocking up.
Both those pistols are kind of like flat black, and they have laser sights on them attached to the bottom of them.
Yes, I was waiting for laser sight.
Basically what laser sights do is I think it's a minor action to engage them, but when you do any attack against somebody else using a laser sight gives you a bonus point of edge, I believe.
Yep.
Alright. So he's like kind of looking up at you with a squinting eyes and one that kind of is barely opening.
Let's go on Cypher.
I can't really gather his surroundings.
He's got
fine.
just smeared paint. Most of it's gone, but you can see like smudges and smears from where Gearjammer is wiping it off.
I changed the voice modular so it's deeper, and I go up to him with the Batman voice. Who are you?
Who are you?
I'm the one asking the questions here, and I'm gonna flick his nose.
My name is Slide. Where am I?
Who do you work for?
I thought the same people you did.
The skulls. What do they mean?
I thought you would know.
He's considering for a moment, and he thinks to ask, do you... Opening my notes right now because I'm going to ask you a very specific question. Oh, I didn't put a name down for him. Do you know that one old guy that sits at the park?
That one old guy. I can't remember his name.
You guys gave him a name, didn't you?
I think we gave him
I don't
a
think
name.
he...
Did we
I
give him a
didn't
name?
have one written down. It just says old man.
Give him a new name. Who cares?
He didn't give me... He specifically didn't give me a name. I do know that.
I thought he did.
Really?
I thought
I thought he did. I thought we had to make up a name on the spot because
Yeah.
Michael was like, I don't have a name prepared for him. And we're like, oh, let's make up one.
Yeah, we made up one. We'll have to go back and watch previous episodes.
Right.
He doesn't
Well-
seem to know what you're talking about.
What's your relation with ARES Tech?
Well,
Wait a minute.
we needed to find something.
I want to just... So this is a very specific kind of question. I want to judge intentions,
Okay.
but I want to judge intentions to see... This is a weird thing. Can I see if he seems like somebody who's perhaps trustworthy?
Okay. You can roll judge intentions.
In all of my time hacking files and downloading and reading stuff, I don't know if this is me metagaming, Christy metagaming, or if Cypher knows this. Was the name Bones brought up in these
We
files?
heard the name Boone.
We heard the name Bones,
You've
right?
heard the name Bones,
You've heard the
yeah.
name Bones, yeah.
Okay.
I got 3 hits.
3 hits?
Mhm.
It seems like he's really confused. Like he's really legitimately unsure why he's been taken and why he's being basically held against his will, and now has a burning contact lens in one of his eyes and he can barely see out of the other one because it's all blurry to him. Basically he has the same eyesight as I do.
Your jammer's gonna jump down next to Kill Switch, and just with the shotgun out at my side, just look down. Why do your drones follow us?
Because we knew you were getting close.
You're a runner?
Not me.
Close to what?
Close to ARES and what we seek.
Gonna push the barrel of the gun down onto his foot.
Oh dear, now, Gear Jammer, you catch my flies with honey.
As you do that, you actually, for the first time, see Killswitch kind of like put his hand on Gearjammer's chest and attempt to start to move him back.
Okay.
Let it move.
Moving a steel table.
Yes.
But I am gonna extend a hand out to get him back on his feet.
Okay, he reaches out slowly and kind of grabs your hand. You can see he's wearing gloves exactly like I've got, with this skeletal hand on it. And you kind of pull him back up to his feet.
For a non-Shadowrunner, you got a lot of equipment.
Well, I'd just say I'm well supplied.
You get the supplies from something else besides Ares Tech?
We get them kind of, you know, under the table.
Killswitch looks over at Gearjammer. You know that life very well.
The doctor.
Yeah.
He helped you, didn't he?
Helped us. We more so employed us.
And you guys were able to get in.
With some, a little bit of finessing, we got some information.
We need to take that information to the docks.
What's at the docks?
Everything.
You actually see for the first time he's gonna break his own kind of like concentration mask, and he looks over to Gearjammer like
he slowly walks over to the corner where Gearjammer has, it kind of looks like old oil that's been sitting for a very long time, that has started to like change color and is like white on the top. It's kind of like when you have cooking oil that sits for a very long time and it changes color. And he just slowly takes his fingers and he starts to stick it in the oil and like scoop up some of this white oil. And he slowly starts to repaint his face with it. He takes a few fingers and just kind of digs it in and starts
That's
slowly
really
doing it.
gross. Please stop. I'm gonna throw up.
And then he takes like 4 fingers and just runs it right down the center like this, forming the bottom part of the skull. And he looks back at all of you. Welcome to the crypt. And that's where we're going to end tonight's episode.
Oh my god!